Hey guys, welcome back to another session of our Aegis campaign.
We're gonna play Dungeons and
We are
Dragons.
gonna we are gonna play
Good lord.
Dungeons and Dragons. Exactly. Let's start off this session with a recap from someone for a point of inspiration.
Hello. Not it.
Oh, come on.
Not all at once.
It's gotta be someone other than me.
Nah.
Doesn't have to
I'm
be.
sorry, Gannon.
Oh
I've
my
been
gosh.
drowning.
Okay.
I've been drowning.
I didn't take a bunch of notes this time, but I do have a light outline of what we did. We got back to Andale after defeating the Hook Sisters. We dealt a little bit with the people there. The person we saved. They were all very thankful. They loved us. It was great. I don't think too much happened. Was there any like real big highlights in the town?
Uh,
I think you just
Yeah,
had like a party,
there's
right?
drinking downstairs.
Yeah, we had a little bit
This
of a
woman
party.
made a move on Wake.
I was gonna mention that.
I think that was mostly in your head.
That was
I don't know what you're talking
the
about.
It was in my
widow.
head too. So
It was a widow of
It
a
was a widow.
husband of one of
Mourning
the
her
victims.
husband. Yeah. Yeah, but as soon as the class was like, this woman approaches Wake, I was like about to start like swinging, throwing beer glasses and stuff.
Wake, you
I think
suddenly
he
find a
described
little
her
note
as-
in her pocket. Come to my house late at night.
Your ass.
Yeesh.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so we did that.
Apparently, if female characters exist, there's trouble.
We after that we decided what route we were going to take to get to Nestingham. There was a route that was shorter along the border, or a backtracking route that was longer but likely safer. But we decided to go on the shorter path. Might give us a little bit of extra idea about what we're going to deal with in Nestingham as well. During travel, anything important happened there? I don't know. Anyone
Yeah,
remember
we got
anything?
attacked by a moss boy.
Well, before the Moss Boy.
Nope.
I think we mostly fought the Moss Boy. That was like most of the session. And the Moss
Okay.
Boy was a very hard fight.
I can't remember if there was any conversations before we got to Moss Guy.
Moss.
I feel like
Flower-
you're leading us. Like you remember something and we
No,
don't.
I actually don't. I just I think there was. I'm almost
Flower and
positive.
Rhodes talked. Flower and Rhodes talked a little bit.
Flower
About-
dropped.
Right.
Flower
Yes.
dropped a story of our little mini
That's
campaign.
what it was. Yes.
Um,
Yeah. You were talking about the mini campaign.
Yeah, I was saying that Flower was entertaining people with stories about the Feywild and wove in the little 4-session thing I ran.
Yeah.
She was telling stories about her friend Puck, which it was the same person that her, that like the
Her
doppelganger.
doppelganger, yeah.
Really, like immediately convinced her. She had no suspicion whatsoever. Yeah. So there was that, and I think I can't remember. She and Rhodes talked about they had some like light backstory stuff that they talked about, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, something about having fought the Hook Sisters and the Godmother. I think maybe a little bit, but we didn't go deep into it.
Well, it's because you kind of like Rhodes kind of mentioned the Godmother, and Flower like immediately clammed up about it. It was like,
yeah, but yeah, exactly. So yeah, then we continued and we ran into a big mossy monster that was pretty
Elon
hard.
Musk.
Yeah,
Elon Moss.
it clobbered Priya a little bit.
Sure did. Made me its bitch.
Seems to be a running gag.
Just beat up Priya.
Thrym turned into a big golem and punched it.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
Yep, it looked very cool. But I think we took a break, like pretty much right after the fight, or not a break, but we ended the session right after the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So really not too crazy. We found camp. We made camp.
Yes.
In a little bear cave.
Yes, so you found a nice little spot in a bear cave on the side of a hill that kind of overlooks the tree line over the landscape that you see before you, like towards the Shadow of Dominus. You get a good look of the mountain range in the distance and the constant overcast that shadows the Shadow of Dominus. Um, Kind of ominous in a way.
Ominous Dominus.
But I'm sorry.
I said ominous Dominus.
Oh,
Forgive me.
okay. I didn't hear the first part, but um, you find camp, and we'll just say Zira
Call
falls
Call
asleep
him
for the
Thrym.
whole night.
It still hasn't worn off.
I
If it
guess it
lasts longer than
hasn't.
4 hours, you gotta worry.
Oh no. Rock hard.
Why is it okay? Hold on a second. Something's going on here.
What's
Just
going
make
on
2 of
here?
them.
Breakfast.
What?
Breakfast. I like that meme.
Sandwich.
Here we go.
Oh.
Boom.
What's going on here? Breakfast.
What is the watch order for tonight? Go ahead and move yourselves whichever watch you would like to be on.
I mean, I'm fine right where I am.
Of course you
yeah.
are.
But
Does
someone should
anybody-
be with Thrym because
Can we all just do third watch?
no, that's not how any of this works.
I will take first watch for him.
Ah.
I
Okay.
have to beat up Thrym now.
What?
Wait,
Yes.
I want everyone to know that I'm threatened by everyone. This is not a gendered issue.
Okay.
Priya is sleeping very lightly.
Yes, when
Yes.
I open.
So, if there's any conversations you would like to have amongst each other before you go into watches, I'm opening that up now. If not, we can just go into the first watch.
Yeah, first watch.
I mean, I said I would watch with him. I didn't say I'd talk to him.
This is before the watches start.
This is like a
okay.
around the campfire sort
Yeah,
of
like as you're
conversation.
I don't
eating
have to tell
dinner.
these assholes anything.
Fair enough.
I think Flower would at least bring up because at the end of the session we did a little bit of investigating about what that thing was, and it was some sort of like abyssal creature, right?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a demon.
A
So
demos.
I think that while we're all like, Flower isn't expecting the people that that the other people that come from other planes to know about demon things, but for some reason she thinks that maybe the people that live here know more about those things. So I think she would ask Thrym in particular, like, what's up? What's up with? Do you know anything about this demon thing? Did like you're a wizard, and there's some research that you're doing on that shadow thing, right? The Shadow Dominus place. Like, does
Aye.
that have anything to do with this? Like, what's going on?
Class, what do I know?
Coming
Well-
from Steelhelm, you don't really have a problem with demon incursions. But you've ran into a lot here in Enderos. Go ahead and make a history check or a religion check. One of the two. Each one will give you a different kind of speculation.
12.
Okay, 12. You don't really know. You're not really studied up on Enderos's history in this regard too much. It's kind of a mystery right now why you've run into so many demons lately.
Yeah, this plane's like Swiss cheese. There's holes all over it.
I guess so. I
But
think it's maybe kind of weird, right? Because we had that encounter way back in that little town. There was some evidence of a demon there too. There was a whole there was that weird demonic. It was abyssal, right? That writing that we found, is someone maybe summoning some demons?
Oh, could
might be. Yeah.
That's a
But
pretty good shout.
I'm not sure the Shadow of Dominus has to do with the Abyss.
I don't know.
It could.
What does it have to do with Rim? I don't know anything.
I believe it has to do with the plane of shadows.
Oh, so that's a different plane.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know if they could be linked somehow, though.
I mean, there were
Maybe
plenty
not-
of evil people under the Shadow Emperor.
Maybe not that, but we do still have that little piece. I guess it's mostly dust now of that throne that was made.
Oh,
on
yeah.
this plane.
Yeah, what did we put that in the bag?
Aye.
Yeah, it's in the
Well, that's
bag,
where
I
it
think.
definitely is.
Is it
Oh,
in
we
like a
should-
little bottle or what?
I think we kind of just threw it in there.
Oh, that's going to be a nightmare to recover.
And it's just floating in there.
I mean, it's a bag of holding, so we can just will it out of there. I think.
Yeah, you would know. You could. That's how a bag of holding works.
Yeah, it said Flower is kind of like flipping through her little notebook, and like kind of her little sketchbook. She sketched out some of the stuff that they found when they were in gosh, I'm looking through my notes. Whatever the name of the town is.
Andale?
Where we, is Andale? the name of
Andale's
the
where
town?
we're from.
Andale's
Where we just came from.
here, like where the Skylark Tower and stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
some Harkmeyer.
Park.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
My
And
shiny teeth
there
and
was
me.
where near one of the near the
Be right back.
murders,
Sam's here.
the murders where we found the body parts, there was like something carved into the bed frame.
Oh,
Murder, kill, chaos, ruin. Murder, kill, chaos, ruin. I am their instrument. The peace will end. There's no stopping the cataclysm.
So maybe it has something to do with whatever that count is up to. Whatever
Make
his name.
Oh yeah, the purple guy,
The mayor, that
Perseus.
yeah, Perseus, that also is a shadowy sorcerer person.
That
That was
would make
also
sense to me.
randomly a land pirate for some reason.
when you when you say that, anybody trained in religion here?
Not me. I think that'd be Zira.
Maybe
I
Zero.
think it would only be zero. Most of us.
Not the
No.
religious type.
Yeah, it's not Rhodes.
Throw me at any arcane problem though.
She is not. Never mind.
I'm an arcane sponge.
So nobody, huh?
So nobody. Okay, never mind.
Hooray!
Oh.
Carry
when
on.
the DM says never mind. That's best feeling.
Mind nothing.
But do you think that maybe, because there's been a lot of murders and stuff, do you think that maybe someone is like either trying to bring about a cataclysm and that's why we're seeing so many abyssal creatures?
Maybe.
I think at minimum someone's doing something bad on purpose. I don't know why.
That's what it seems like.
But
Someone is
then-
definitely doing something bad on purpose.
So it's bad, but it's different types of bad. Like those hags must have something to do with it too, right? Or is it just a coincidence that they were creeping around?
Maybe. I mean, maybe it's not just the abyss. Maybe it's a lot of portals. I don't know why the portal to the Feywild would have been open either.
Do you think your Seneschal? Do you think she would know something about
I could
all of
ask
this?
her. I could ask her. I don't know if she would really be paying attention to this
Mhm.
because she kind of she's kind of focused on one thing at a time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe
Um,
you could turn her attention towards it.
well, if she listens to me, yeah, maybe I could.
Or maybe it's just she seems
I,
like a very powerful person.
she is very powerful. That is true. I could ask her. I could ask her like, hey, do you know where the portal came from? Do you know anything about other portals coming from somewhere? It's possible that the Feywild stuff was a coincidence.
It could be.
Sometimes hags just want to show up and mess around, and it seems like the Hook sisters in particular got some kicks from making things happen on the material plane.
But they are those doppelgangers were doing some weird stuff with bodies too, and
They were doing some weird stuff with bodies. That's true, and that could have just been because they liked chaos. But
true.
you're
Yeah.
right.
Maybe the Primaterial plane is just a bad place.
Do you
Well,
think so?
yeah.
I think Priya's right on that one.
Bad
It
things
seems
just
like
happen.
it's getting worse. When
Well,
I
what do
got
we know
here,
about what their standard is?
well,
You
I
know?
don't know. I
I'll
traveled a
have you know
bit.
it's very high.
Yeah, I traveled a bit, and me and Flower walked all the way down to Aegis, and we didn't run really into any too much trouble at all.
It was just a theory.
I mean, I'm prepared to believe you. The thing is, I don't really actually know that much. I was only in. Well, it wasn't like I was only in one part of the Feywild, but I don't know. I think maybe even if we're from another plane, we haven't seen every part of our other plane, so it's possible that we're just in a particularly weird spot of this one.
Oh yeah, maybe we should go find a nicer area.
Yeah,
I can highly recommend Steelhelm.
I was gonna say you keep saying that Steelhelm. Maybe Steelhelm is like
Oh, it's beautiful.
maybe it's the sealy part of this plane.
Definitely. If that's the good part.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean mountains upon mountains.
That sounds awful.
Do they have a
Oh,
chapter? Do they have a chapter there? Could we transfer?
do they, class?
Thrym, no, the syndicate does
It's
not
Endros.
exist. Yeah, it does not exist in Strohelm.
No, but we have plenty of guilds and artisans and craftsmen.
Do you
All
think the
right.
syndicate might be a little bit upset if we all just, turn tail and left to go live with dwarves?
But probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. Kenya, you live here, right? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know, class, do I?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Does she know anything about?
The question was vague, but essentially we're talking about like, does this plane suck? And Flower wants to know like,
Does the
Oh,
Prime just kind of suck in
um,
general? Like that's Priya's theory.
Kenya, you've pretty much lived most of your life on the eastern part of Endros, and life is kind of simple and rough here in eastern Enderos. But in western Enderos, it's very nice. You have the major cities and ports there in western Enderos. You have Emberhaven, which is a large metropolis that has a lot of uh, things and events and like good things happening. There's also the port there, Port Ready. That's beautiful. That you have been there when you met Priya, um, and well, so as Thrym, Wake, and Zira. You guys took uh, a ship from the port of Gems to Port Ready, and both ports were beautiful. So there's definitely nicer places in Western Enderos.
Eh, it's a little nicer where I'm from, but not by much. It is what you make of it here.
Well, I'm making demons of it, and I don't like it.
Are there a lot of demons where you're from? Are these problems that are out there too?
Who are you
I
asking?
Kenya.
I've never run into anybody that's infernal other than myself.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be.
Mhm.
You know,
She
it's not
kind of
like
gives you one of those like smiles.
it's not like demons are bad. It's just like that moth. That if
I
since
thought demons were bad by nature. I'm getting
I'm
mixed
saying
messages now.
I'm saying that Kenya's not. I didn't know. I didn't know that they're. I didn't know that abyssal and demonic were the same thing.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. She turns into a bird and flies away. Goes up into a tree somewhere.
Oh, look what
Sorry,
you did.
Kenya.
Not
We
all
don't.
demons flower.
We don't. She was the one that said that. I didn't know.
I will.
We don't have a lot of tieflings where I'm from.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I just wanted to tease you.
I will say the most beautiful place that Thrym could probably describe to the people who haven't been to Seal Helm or on the western side of the continent of Enderos, the Port of Gems is probably the prettiest thing that you've seen. And I believe Wake, that's where you came through.
Yeah, it was all right.
Just uh, for the players that haven't seen what the Port of Gems looks like, I'll just put it in Discord general chat. Or actually, we have aesthetic world images. Give me a moment.
Oh, take your time.
No rush.
I don't know. Maybe it's not connected. I just wonder.
I think it's important to wonder about all that stuff right now.
There
He
you go.
does seem like he is
Yeah.
up for multiple somethings.
It seems like it's getting worse, like I said.
Or
Oh my
should-
god,
Is
that looks crazy.
this something that we should tell the syndicate about?
Oh, I doubt they don't already know. I mean, most of the missions they've sent us on have been the type.
Well, they didn't know about that Perseus guy, or they knew who he was, but they didn't know he was as active as they
Yeah.
thought.
Well, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't know he was up to all this nonsense.
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe that's true. That's true though. Maybe it's their job to put all this stuff together. It's not like I know anything.
Well, we should just say it anyways. If they don't know, then now they know, and if they do know, they'll tell us so.
It's true. Yeah. And maybe they
Not that
can
it
look.
hurt.
Maybe they can look into some of these things outside of just sending us to go do it.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
they're
plan.
they're more powerful than us anyway.
True. Yeah.
For now.
For now. We're of the same mind.
As the
Just with the same
conversation
rainbow.
as the conversation dies down, we'll go ahead and head into our first watch with Thrym and Wake. One of you, perception check, and D100.
Oh, their ship
I'll
name
do
is
the
Whim.
D100.
Whim.
You do the.
Damn.
All right. You sure you don't want to do it?
I am, yes.
All right, that's a 13.
Okay.
43.
43. Okay.
On perception check.
On the perception check.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
That's not true.
I think you're fibbing.
With the 26 on survival to find this bear cave, even with a 43, the first part of your watch happens without incident. Is there anything you two would like to talk about while you're just watching over the area?
Talk about your crushes.
Did you hear something?
Crutches. I don't think I heard anything.
No. Priya must have just faltered.
Rude.
Full of wind, she is. Don't metagame, bitch. Anyway. Yeah, fuck off, birds. Wake will say, you're talking about the Port of Gems. It was all right. Like,
Mhm.
It kind of felt like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it was trying too hard, you know? Like stepped away from Dolok to see just ostentatious. That's the word.
Well, I think it's quite magnificent in its splendor. And what you have to realize is each little piece of craftsmanship that goes into creating this beautiful, sprawling city. A lot of very talented dwarves. Tell
Right,
me
but
about
it
Dolok.
felt like they were covering something up. Like it was there so you wouldn't look at something else. Dolok is built on the pedestal of magnificent stone that rises up out of an enormous coral reef. And it's important, whoever settles there or builds a home, that it blends in, that it looks like it belongs, you know? So it doesn't take away from what we found and what we protect.
I mean, sounds very uniform.
No, it's full of magnificent colour and the wonders of nature and the leviathans that made it centuries and millennia ago. It's just supposed to be untouched. We're to protect it, not change it.
Sounds like a cult.
Okay.
Rude.
And all these hundreds of dwarves working together to make a single town look like one white thing. That doesn't sound like a cult.
I mean, when you put it that way,
Mm-hmm.
but at least it's a pretty cult.
I guess mine is as well then, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Start fighting.
I see. There's so many birds out here.
Oh, mute.
I would love to go see it someday.
I'd like to show it to you. Fortunately, I can't go back until I prove myself.
So, how do you prove yourself?
That's well, I have to do something worthwhile, or find something worthwhile that proves that I've made change, either to myself or to the world. And I'll know it when it happens or when I see it, I think.
Are you allowed to enlist help to accomplish these deeds?
No one's ever said no to that, or I guess it hasn't really. The stories of others who've made the pilgrimage and become archdruid and protectors, it's always been about what they accomplished. I'm sure they didn't do it alone.
Well, then you have our backs, and we have yours.
I mean, it's nice of you to volunteer to everyone else, but I'm glad I at least have yours.
I do reckon I speak for everyone.
They're asleep, so I doubt they're gonna deny that, but I gotta get stronger. I gotta get, good enough.
Aye, me as well.
Then
There's so much to learn.
ain't that the truth? I never thought there'd be so much I didn't bloody know about the sky above me, or other just creatures in the world.
Well, in that sense, I can definitely help you. If it's this
Can you? You
world we're
won't even
talking about.
fly. What? Actually, that raises a question. Why are you afraid of getting off the ground?
I mean, I just think that Dwarves belong on the ground is all.
Why?
Or even under the ground. You can't fall far when you're standing on the ground. But if you're flying, your life could be over instantaneously. Just splat.
You have to trust yourself. Trust that you'll have an answer or the ability to keep that from happening.
I mean,
Haven't you?
I trust myself. I just
Mhm.
don't trust the wind.
Rude.
Or
Where
gravity,
I'm
for that
from,
matter.
well, where I'm from, you can just swim up. And here, you can't really just swim up, but it'd be nice if you could.
It would be convenient. Do you float on your plane?
No.
You
There's
sing?
no surface. It's just water. There's no sky. You
So
have
do
to.
you stay buoyant in the same spot?
I
Or
think I understand what you're asking. No, when you're swimming, you just kind of. You'll stay where you stop swimming until you swim up or down.
that sounds brilliant.
It is. But there's lots of things that swim in the dark. So you gotta be careful about where it is you stop swimming.
That makes sense. Same
Wake
with
just
the
kind
cat
of gestures
things.
to his leg.
Oh, I. Would it be rude of me to ask how that happened?
I made a mistake. And it cost me my brother and my leg.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright. Happened a long time ago. And it's, part of the cost of being a. Well, I wasn't a protector at the time, but I was curious, and that was the cost of that.
It sounds like a painful reminder.
Uh, there are some reminders that you can't quite ignore. He just raps on the metal leg and it's bong bong, and he's like, you just kind of get used to it, I've accepted that it happened, that it was my fault. Forgiven myself, I hope. Now, just the occasional nightmare reminds me of it. Otherwise, I think I'm doing alright.
Forgive my curiosity, but would you ever be interested in an upgrade?
I don't think I understand that word in common in this context.
Well, seeing as you have a fake leg, um, maybe attaching cannons to it, or
What?
some sort of magic to make you run faster, jump higher,
Um,
flame kicks.
if you have any ideas, I'd hear them out.
I reckon I can think of something.
The builders at Doloch just made it so it could change with me, and I thought that was good enough, But if
Definitely a pretty good start.
Aye. If you have any ideas, I'm not going to turn my head from them.
Thrym will pull his sketchbook out of his little pack and start drawing up ideas as we continue talking.
Okay. Then this is going to be the first step into workshopping an improvement to Wake's prosthetic. Um, let's go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Do I have to take it off?
I reckon it's better if you keep it on and maybe flex it a bit.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Wow.
So the ideas come pouring out. Um, some things you can do. You can imbue this prosthetic with a spell. Um, haste would be a good one. Something that you can imbue it that recharges every day. That would give its wearer a casting of haste once per day. Um, that might be cool. You might be able to imbue it with the jump spell or long strider. The anything with movement, any spell with movement, you can probably basically enchant this prosthetic with whatever movement type enhancement spell. Um, do you have haste as a spell?
I do not.
Okay, with a natural 20, you know of the spell, and that might be a good one to put on there.
I reckon if we're gonna, if I just had that,
You're muttering.
you know what? Maybe we could try imbuing it with something like
I don't think I know what
haste
that word
spell.
means either. What?
Oh, don't worry about that. Make leg magic
Okay.
help you go fast.
And since the original makers of the prosthetic allowed this prosthetic to transform with Wake's wild shapes, the haste would carry over easily.
That sounds exciting.
Let's work on it. See what we can do.
All right. Trust you, for the most part.
that's good.
So with that 25, you're when you get to work on making or improving Wake's prosthetic, this will lower the DC that you have to meet to create or enchant the prosthetic.
Excellent.
If you don't think it's going to work, if it's going to break, I can't really go back to Dolok and have him make me another one. So,
Oh, I would never dream of it. It would only be
right.
something that I would consider completely safe and would not harm the prosthetic or yourself.
All right. I just, I only got the one, but thanks, Fern.
Well, thank you.
As this conversation ends, even though you rolled a 13 on your perception check, as you look out on the horizon, Wake, you see a little light on the horizon, on the landscape ahead of you. Well, it's off to the left. Since you're facing east, it's north.
Mm-hmm.
With your insane passive perception, you squint your eyes and you look into the darkness, and you can see that off into the distance, near, like, it's got to be like 10 miles to the north. But from this vantage point, you can see it pretty clearly. But a bonfire has been lit. A pretty big one from this distance.
Right. See that?
What is that?
Very big fire.
That Should we check it out?
It's like 10 miles away. Maybe send up your bird and see if he sees anybody on the approach.
Thrim,
Hey, let's.
make a history check, Thrim.
Oh, not
The history of bonfires
Never heard of
by
fire before.
Thrim Mountbourne.
Jeez. Feast and famine here.
Well, whatever it was, never mind.
He's too busy thinking about all these notes and
yeah. Too
schematic plans
distracted.
and-
Too
Yeah, he's
distracted.
like-
Probably nothing.
Fire what? I don't care.
All right. You would know. You're the, well, I'm the Outlander.
But do you want to send?
Yeah,
Hugin?
I'll send Hugin out there to just check it out so that it's not raiders or marauders.
Raisins.
You won't be able to see through his eyes as the distance is too far.
Mhm.
But he can attempt to go there and come back.
Yes.
It may take him pretty much, well, call it, you're the bird expert here. How far would a raven, how much distance can a bird travel in a day?
A lot.
A lot?
It's like how many miles did you say it was?
10 miles.
10.
You can bet that's tripled.
Tripled. So there and back, maybe an hour?
Not even an hour.
Okay.
It would be like 10 minutes at most.
Then make a perception check with Hugin,
Borbs be fast.
Well, they don't have any obstacles.
and we'll see
The
what
higher
he
you
sees.
go in altitude, you go faster to cover more distance when you're
Fair
a
enough.
bird. So.
14.
It's at about 25 miles per hour is about how fast they can fly.
Jesus. Little speed demons.
Mm-hmm.
Peregrine Falcon can apparently go 240 miles.
I love. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for looking up bird facts that I totally know about. Thank you.
Bird fact? Oh, I'm sorry.
You think we don't know about birds?
No, it's just like I was asked, not you guys. Thank you.
Did you know
I'm
that
sorry.
birds' bones are like hollow?
Oh,
Oh
my
no,
God.
not at all.
You're gonna
I
set her off.
thought they weighed as much as diamonds. That's why people like love them so much.
Oh
That-
my god.
Sounds
Okay.
very
Just
cool.
continue the fucking game, please.
Okay. All right. So in record time, Hugin comes back within, say, 20, 25 minutes. And how does a bird relay information, what he saw? You get the feeling that from Hugin that there's a fight going on at this bonfire. Something is happening there. That's
I think there's a combat of some kind happening.
Do we need to deal with it?
I think it might be too far. It would be over before we got there.
In that direction,
mm-hmm.
so like compared to like the path that we took, do we know where that is?
Yeah, going back to the map, the large map,
Big map.
you would know you're about here, along the road, where my cursor is, and it is like right there.
So it's like on the edge of the Shadow of Dominant.
Yeah.
I think it's best we leave that alone.
I mean, it is in the direction of travel, so maybe we should check it out in the morning.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision. I'll just pass on what we saw or heard.
Is it in the direction of travel?
It's not.
Well, sort of, right?
I mean, you would have to go across
You'd have to go out of the way, yeah.
wilderness, to go to it.
We'll pass that on to next watch.
Sounds good.
Okay. Your watch ends, and we move on to Flower and Roads. You're passing down information about the bonfire.
Yeah, we just tell them what we saw. Like,
Okay.
Rose just squints at it in the distance. Hey, should we put out our fire or something? You don't think we are going to get attacked, do you?
I don't know. I mean, how far away did they say that we were? 10 miles?
10 miles?
About 10 miles, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like unless they want to walk that far,
Yeah.
we might.
Well, I guess.
We might hear them coming on horses, you know?
Right. I guess that's what we're for. We're watching to see if they come.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And if they're fighting, then maybe they're busy.
Right. Well, I hope the good guys win.
Me too.
Whoever they are.
All right. You've already been alerted to everything. I won't ask for a D100 or perception check, but is there anything you two would like to talk about on your watch?
I feel like we've gotten enough money recently that we almost certainly can buy that cool stone for you when we get back.
Oh yes. I'm really excited for it. I've really felt like I've been growing stronger every time I'll collect all these new stones I've been finding in this plane. I feel stronger, and I think it shows.
Do you think the rocks that you collect here, you feel stronger because you're collecting the rocks? Do you think you would have been stronger if your dad had let you keep the rocks that you found?
Huh. He just kind of like looks a little bemused. Maybe that's why he always took them away from me.
Maybe. Well, I
thought he was just trying to train me.
I think he was trying to train you to do something that was good for him.
Well, that's for sure.
If he wasn't letting you keep the rocks and you like the rocks, then that's not good for you, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't really too concerned with that part of it.
He doesn't sound... He reminds me of some people in the Unseelie.
Yeah, you told me about that before. Is that godmother character an Unseelie or a Seelie?
She's an Unseelie.
Oh.
She's like a big Unseelie.
Like a bad one?
Like, you know how Seneschal kind of protects me and she's Seelie and lives in light?
Yeah.
The only reason that she can protect me is because the godmother is also very powerful, but she's just a little less powerful than Seneschal. And I made a deal with Seneschal so I wouldn't be bothered by the godmother anymore.
Right. So the godmother can't really do anything to get back at you for what we did with the hags there?
I mean, I don't know. Probably. That's what I'm a little worried about.
Oh. Can she come here to this plane?
As far as I know, she can.
Oh.
Part of why I had to leave in the first place is because there was an idea that the godmother was like following me around, like maybe wanted to try to get back at me, so Seneschal said that I should be on this plane instead.
Just the least reassuring.
Yeah. Right. Well, I hope the Seneschal keeps protecting you.
Me too. I think it might be harder with her still in the Feywild. But I
Yeah.
think that's maybe why she wanted me to get stronger, you know? Maybe I'm in a group of people, and I don't think we could necessarily take on the Godmother, but probably I could run away more effectively. Maybe.
Well, yeah. I'm sure we could run away. I have that spell, that protection spell.
The
I
one that
have.
makes us quiet?
No, I have here, and he reaches out and he just sort of touches you, and you feel that sort of almost like a barrier or an aura of protection against like Fae, fiends, celestials, that sort of thing.
Does it protect her from herself?
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't really know how to explain it, but it's like a feeling that you have.
I definitely feel safer.
Yeah, it feels like some sort of protection. I'm not really sure how all this stuff works. It's like an instinct, like a primordial feeling.
Is it the primordial feeling that comes from you being made of rocks, or is it the primordial feeling that comes from you being able to do star things? Do you think that you're made of star rocks? Have I asked you that yet?
Star rocks? I
Well,
don't
because
know.
you
That would
told
be
me that
really cool.
I thought
Oh, I'm made of stars.
stars were rocks, right? And you can do star things. And you're made of rocks, right? So that must mean that at least some of you is made of star rocks. I think.
Yeah. It must be. It must be.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm very smart.
You are. You are very smart. But I really don't know if it's because I'm made of rocks or because I'm from the elemental plane or I'm made of stars. I don't know. I really don't.
Do you think the druids you were with the druids before, did they like unlock something or teach you something?
They said that they felt some sort of a connection between the earth and the heavens to do with me.
Star rocks.
Perhaps they weren't sure. That's why they wanted me to join their little druid get together up there. But I didn't really want to do that.
How
It's a
come?
kind of because then I can't search for rocks. Be sitting up in a
Oh,
mountain just looking at stars all day. That's kind of their deal.
I see. So you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to like roam around and find where the rocks sing. And I
Yeah.
guess the stars, if the stars sing to you, they're too far away for you to actually collect.
Yes. And I wanted to follow the one that kept floating over my head. You better come down here one of these days. I'm telling
sure
you.
it will. I'm sure. Well, maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's meant to be a part of you. Maybe that's why it's singing to you so much.
What in the heck?
Sorry.
Doing whippets over there.
You caught me.
I lost my train of thought.
My whippets.
I think yes. I think it should be part of me, just like that iron stone we're gonna get.
Just like that iron stone we're gonna get.
Rubs his hands together. Yes, it's gonna be mine.
It's precious.
You get a funny way with rocks.
Well, yeah, I like them.
You do. It's cute. I like it.
He smiles.
I guess I'm the same about flowers. I get a funny way with flowers.
Absolutely. Like these ones, and he kind of like points at his head.
Like those ones. Yes.
What colors should we go for tomorrow?
How do you feel about like a deep red?
Ooh.
It would be a statement. Do you want to make a statement tomorrow?
Well, let's try it out, and maybe if I like it, I will wear it into town when we
Okay.
arrive.
And if you don't like it, then we can stick with the usual like white and yellow.
Yes. Let's go for it. Or we'll surprise people in the morning.
Yeah, you can make a nice statement. I'll even
Hey.
here. I'll put some. I wonder. Maybe I can put some on your shoulders too, and
Oh.
then it'll be even more. You have like a. It'll be like a hat almost.
Sure. Yeah, people seem to like the flowers more than the rocks moving around all over me. They were looking at me kind of strange.
People, who's people?
Oh, Wake and Priya, and they were kind of looking at him moving around on me, and they're giving me a weird look, and he does a weird look, like that look. These like this look.
Well, Wake can turn into water animals, so I feel like he'll get used to it.
Wow, how dare you?
Shut up, bird.
Valid.
I don't know. I just
Sorry.
Your honors, I've been vindicated.
Um,
I just
Okay.
want to fit in, you know.
why?
Why? Just so people, like me, and
Rhodes, people already like you no matter what kind of cool things you can do with your rocks.
okay.
You don't have to worry about people liking you. And also, we're not even from here, so I don't know
This-
why we would have to work too hard to not stand out. We're always going to stand out.
That's right. I suppose.
We might as well be known for the gifts that we have.
Yeah. Well, maybe if I make him look a little bit better. He starts rummaging through his bag, and he pulls out this jeweler's kit he bought before we left Aegis, and starts opening it up and tweaking around with it. He doesn't know how to use any of this stuff, so he's.
Or are you like polishing the rocks that are on? That's funny.
I think he wants to polish them, yeah, and like make them like more uniform in size. They're just like rough rocks right now,
Make
all different shapes.
Make an intelligence
Toss in a
check.
tumbler.
Okay, sure. Intelligence. Here we go. Dang it. There we go. Roll.
Perfect. All right. So you take out a thing that you think might, scrape away the imperfections of rocks. And you end up scratching one of them pretty bad.
I think it's more. I think he takes there's like a crystal, and yeah, he's going to polish it. And he just breaks it in half. Oh crap!
Uh-huh.
Well,
Be more gentle.
Look at the jaggedness in the pattern. You didn't have that before.
Oh yeah, there is something beautiful about it.
See? It looks kind of like an M, and then an N, and then a squiggle.
He kind of holds it up to the firelight and watches how the light reflects off of it against the cave walls.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. Sometimes the imperfections are the best part.
I think that's true. All right, hold still.
And-
I'm gonna work on your hair flowers.
Okay.
And as you work on his hair flowers, you're able to do so. But for the rest of your watch, you periodically check on that bonfire, and it's still burning at even all the way through your shift until the next one, which comes time to wake up Priya and Kenya.
I think we will relay the similar information of there's a thing, there was apparently a fight,
Or an ongoing fight.
an ongoing fight. We're not sure if there is still a fight, but the bonfire has been burning. We haven't seen anything.
Okay. I hope it stays over there and is not our problem.
That's what we said.
Yep.
But unlike us, Kenya has wings to check it out if she wants to.
Priya just quirks a brow at Kenya, not expecting her to want to do that at all.
I guess that depends on how it goes throughout the night. Shouldn't be a
Well-
bother. They haven't bothered us the first 2 times. They won't bother us now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I hope.
Flower curls up near the fire.
All right. Good night. Have a good watch.
night. It's the hope.
All right. You have been alerted to the bonfire in the distance to the north. Is there anything you would like to talk about amongst each other on your watch?
Rhea would spend the entire watch trying to encourage Kenya to. She would like throw up pieces of that trail mix they were sharing earlier so that she could catch them in the air.
Kenya, being a person sitting in a tree right now, I'll
throw my
really staring at the bonfire. Will occasionally, if Priya alerts her, just kind of like flip back on the branch and hold on with her legs and catch it, and then like pull herself back up.
Yeah.
All right. You want to acrobatics this to see how cool it is?
Not really, but I will.
Okay.
I got a 19 for.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
For 23.
Oh yeah. It's cool.
Okay.
You're very
Even the
slick
ones
with
that
it.
look like I'm gonna miss.
You know what? I even sometimes catch them in my mouth without even, trying.
Yeah.
But
Please,
anyways, yeah, watching that bonfire pretty intently.
Make a perception check as you're staring out at it.
17.
Okay. There is no diminishing of the bonfire until the last hour of your watch, and it finally starts to burn out. And it starts to get a little bit lighter on the horizon.
Oh, well, it doesn't look like they even noticed we were here. And she squints. I think it's over. Maybe we can go pick some, spoils of war.
treasures. That's
I
not a bad idea.
I could go check it out real quick if you wake up the others.
Yeah. I mean, I could come with you. I can fly too.
If you want.
I like flying with you. She will go and wake up everybody. Wake up, wake up. We're alive.
Okay.
We want to check out the aftermath of the fire.
Kenya, you're scouting it out?
Mm-hmm. She's gonna head out, and she knows that Priya will catch up with her.
Okay.
Oh, are you sure? It kind of takes us a little out of the way.
Well, so she looks at Kenya flying off in the distance. The bird moves pretty fast.
Right.
She's just going to look. If she finds something, she could just bring it back.
Okay, just be very careful, because we'll have to go on ground to get to you, and that's going to take a really, really long time.
All right. Since
Can I insight check real quick?
Okay.
I just want to see how bad Priya wants to do this.
Okay.
15.
Like, I don't even need to roll deception. She's doing like excited little dog tippy taps. She really wants to
He's
go.
like, hurry the fuck up. She's flying away without me.
Yeah.
Okay.
just like we won't engage.
Just point of order. I want to give each of you a unique stone before you leave.
Well,
Okay.
Kenya's
So
gone. I'll give her one
you-
when I catch up.
Okay.
Thanks.
What stone do you give me?
Oh, are you at 3 going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're coming with us?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's fine.
I didn't think it would be a problem.
No, of course not.
I didn't define a stone. I think I gave Priya like a sandstone.
Makes sense.
But I don't know what one I would give to Wake. Maybe like some sort of like calcified sort of things. It's like from like shells, sort of like seashells. Like
Okay.
you see like a seashell kind of like embedded in it.
Wake looks at it and nods.
Yeah.
All right.
Be
Be back in a jiff, and Wake
Yeah.
turns into a dire wolf.
Okay.
Oh, you're running?
Roof.
You
Okay.
could have just got on the back of my broom, but okay.
Wake takes off in the
Kenya.
direction
Okay.
of Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya. This is gonna take. Let's see. 10 miles. I mean, it's probably gonna take you a couple hours to get there. Well, no.
What?
Is she
No,
not
no,
the
no,
same
no.
speed
Never
as
mind.
Ugin?
No. Yeah. So, yeah, it should take like an hour to get there. 10 miles, right? If you're
Less.
running.
I
Well,
am a
no,
dire
no,
wolf.
dire wolf.
running.
Oh, direwolf. Yeah, I have no fucking clue then.
Dire wolf would be slower because there's like obstacles in the way.
He
and there's
runs
terrain.
like at 32 per wolf hour.
Okay. I'm trying to do math this out. I believe Kenya will get there first.
We
before
actually left
anybody.
first.
Yeah. So let me get Kenya into secrets, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Degenerate.
Alright.
Okay. So flying overhead, you fly over to where this bonfire was burning all night. From an aerial point of view, I need you to make a perception check.
Alright. See if I can get another good one. That's an 18.
18. Okay.
So 14 plus 4.
So this is
That is
what
18, right?
this is what you
Or-
catch. Yeah.
Okay.
18
Okay.
is good. This is what you catch as you come up on what looks to be a hill in the middle of a grassland. And it is up against what looks to be a marshland. Like it's slowly transitioning from grassland to marshland. The marshland being closer to the Shadow of Dominus. And what you catch, skulking back across the marshland, you spot it's about half. You count about 60-ish stumbling humanoid shapes marching in unison across the marshland back into the Shadow of Dominus. And one humanoid, make a stealth check.
This one's gonna be easy then. 18 plus 10 is 28, so.
Or rather, this wouldn't be a stealth check because you're in the air and you're flying and you're kind of out in the open.
Well, I'm also, like, how early in the morning is this, and is the sun in their eyes? Because I'm pure fucking white. They'll have a hard time seeing me.
The sun rises in the east. They're traveling eastward, so they're looking back at you westward, so the sun would not be in their eyes.
Okay, so they can see me a little.
They could see you. So instead, what did you roll?
I rolled a 28.
28 for stealth. What was on the die?
18.
18. What's your deception check?
My deception would be a 19 then.
A 19. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. You see a figure look back at you, and you catch a glimpse of what they are. A spectral wraith, like half it's quite obviously undead. It's
Yeah.
got like a blue outline to it, but it's not quite a ghost. It's got a little bit of a physical form to it, but it looks back and it looks up into the air at you. And it has this wicked looking longsword at its side. It looks up at you and then turns back around, following what looks to be about 60-ish undead entities marching back into the Shadow of Dominus. And directly below you at this hill, you see bodies laying on the ground. Armored bodies.
Would she have heard of any rumors in, because in her line of work she hears a lot of things. Would she have heard of anything about an undead
Make a
plague?
history check.
Alright. Go very well. 10 history for 13.
13. It's better than a 1.
Okay.
And you're from this area. And so you have probably heard about the beacons of Dominus. When the Rebellion of Hope began to make the Emperor uncomfortable, he set up beacons at strategic intervals going out in a radius from his seat of power in Dominatus. The hill you see before you, or below you, is one of those beacons. It was terraformed by his loyal Arcanist at the time. The hill is also a subterranean outpost or bunker to shield its men and women from aerial attack. The pyre on top used to be lit to signal that the resistance was approaching to give the Emperor insight into the movements of his enemy. Since then, the beacons have been repurposed to alert Enderos and Arborus that the undead that persist from the rebellion have breached the line. The general rule is if an outpost is overrun, the last person to flee must light the pyre to signal that fate to the others. Almost 250 years have passed, and a beacon has yet to be lit until last night.
So the people in the armor lit the beacon, not the wraiths.
Not the wraiths, not the undead.
And let me get this clear. She knows what this means.
Yes.
Okay. This is not good news.
No.
All right. Then she is probably going to turn around
And
before they get there, and she's going to try and stop them before they.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Deep story.
Ah!
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, there you are.
We weren't talking shit.
Nope.
Fair enough.
I got burritos.
Okay. You get about a couple miles towards this location, and it's downhill. Kenya, from the air, are you guys making like stealthy, or are you stealthing up to this location, or are
I don't know how I
you
can
keeping?
stealth. I'm just flying on a broom.
Okay, so Kenya, you catch Priya flying on her broom easily.
I'm
First.
blue dabu diba duba.
Yeah, she's going to like fly headlong into Priya's face and like
Bleh. What?
paw at her and then like try and get her to land. Like now.
All right, if she sees Kenya diving down, she'll go down. She's trying to see if she can find Wake Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Direwolves are not hard to miss.
I'm large.
Yeah.
Like,
and made of water.
yeah. And I'm full sprinting. Like,
Do you make squelching noises when you? Never
Oh,
mind.
No.
bruh. Disgusting.
we've had this conversation. His texture is that of a wolf. It's just looks like he's made of water.
He's just got the appearance part off. Yes, okay, so I land. Kenya, what's happening?
She turns back into a person. We should not go there. Absolutely not. We need to turn around.
What's going
not-
on? What did you see?
It's a long story.
Do you want me to recount it?
Basically, old stuff. Very old stuff, but do you... how do I put this? I don't want to get killed by wraiths today.
No, well, that sounds bad. Like a ghost?
Worse. I'll tell you when we get back to camp. But right now we're not safe.
Alright, so look at Wake Wolf, alright? Back. Yeah.
I turn around.
From you finally catch up to the rest of them. No, I'm just kidding.
They stayed put. They were making brekkie.
Okay. Oh, so it was just
Yeah,
Priya.
we made breakfast.
Oh, okay,
It was just
gotcha.
Priya and Wolf. They were like packing up camp and finishing breakfast while we were gonna come
Fair
back.
enough.
Oh, we made such good breakfast, and you're not even gonna know about it.
All finished by the time we get back.
Okay.
We just look fatter and we're all patting our bellies.
All right, so easy enough to do to march, hike your way back up to this bear's den. Yeah. You three return to the group.
Looks like it was bad news.
Welcome back.
Uh,
Bad news.
Was it?
Kenya will relay what I was told because I can't
Okay.
put it in better words.
So
Right?
basically, Kenya goes into a history lesson, and I will read to you what I told Kenya. When the Rebellion of Hope began to make the Emperor uncomfortable, he set up beacons at strategic intervals going out in a radius from his seat of power in Dominatus. The hill where you saw the bonfire is one of those beacons. It was terraformed by the Emperor's loyal Arcanus, and the hill is also a subterranean outpost or bunker to shield its men and women from aerial attack. The pyre on top of this beacon used to be lit to signal that the resistance or the rebellion was approaching to give the Emperor insight onto his enemy's movements. Since then, the beacons have been repurposed to alert Enderos and Arborus that the undead that persist from the rebellion in the Shadow of Dominus have breached the line. The general rule is if an outpost is overrun, the last person to flee must light the pyre to signal that fate to the others. Almost 250 years have passed, and a beacon has yet to be lit until last night.
Just now. Oh, yikes. That's not good.
So basically, if a beacon is lit, it means bad stuff is coming over the horizon.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
I turn back into Rick.
We should get out of here now.
Do you still,
keep a quick
do you still
pace.
have that sending rock? We should maybe
Yeah,
tell them.
I was just about to say.
I'm gonna tell Aegis, and hopefully they can get the word out.
Please relay the message to them that there were at least 60 wraiths. So the
Oh.
numbers
A
are
lot.
quite large.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rhodes will take out the sending stone and he will relay a message to Aegis
Okay.
about a beacon being lit between the towns of Andale and Nestingham, roughly, along the border of Shadow of Dominus, and that there were like 60 wraiths.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so many.
Now, if you don't mind, I have to go use the little bird's room. I took off way too fast. So she's gonna step away for a second.
Okay. You send that message back to Aegis, and you get a reply extremely quickly from Oliver. All right. Thank you. This is concerning. And that's the reply you get.
Very reassuring. Yeah, they seemed pretty concerned about it.
Well, I'm glad we didn't go check that out last night, right, Thrim?
Sorry?
I'm glad we didn't go check that out on our own.
Yeah, I got that feeling from Hugin as well. Didn't seem too happy.
I think it would be best if we stick as a group from now on.
Wait, what's your passive perception
Looks
again?
around for Kenya, who's flown off.
21?
21. Okay. Then you can actually, in the daylight, see above the tree line the next beacon to the south of it, and it's right at those the crossroads that you see on the map, like right here on the way to Nestingham. You would have passed by it if you were taking the road to Nestingham. So that the next beacon is in line with your route to Nestingham.
We might have a problem. And I point that out.
Well, what does that mean?
Are they only lit when something happens, or is it supposed to be like a relay? Do they light them all when one gets lit?
Question.
I don't know.
Does that mean that we need to just get through there fast before the wraiths catch up?
Or is Nestingham already overrun? We were sent there to deal with the undead threat, right?
Yes, and there were reinforcements in Nestingham as well, or they were supposed to be sent. I think.
Maybe they weren't enough.
Well, we could continue along the road, or we could go inland a bit and come up behind Nestingham. I think I could help navigate us there without having to follow the road.
And proceed with caution.
Yeah. What do you all think? Should we be a little more cautious?
I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
Aye.
And we'll avoid that beacon. Okay.
Kenya returns.
Hello.
So what's the plan?
Keep going, right?
We're going to keep going. There's a beacon. He points to the beacon at the crossroads up ahead. I don't know how far it is. Miles. Which means that's probably been attacked as well. So we've decided
that beacon has not been lit.
It's not been lit.
You would have noticed it. Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
Yeah. No,
the next beacon had been lit.
That's why I was like, well, fuck.
No.
Okay.
No.
Not been lit.
That is that you see it, like you see the hill poking out, like of the terrain, and you know that's the next beacon, but it has not been lit.
Okay. We were confused. All right, that's a different conversation then.
Yeah, that's.
All right, so should we just head along the road to the next beacon?
Yes, as fast as possible.
It looks like it's still okay there. It hasn't been lit.
If we are fast, we might be able to make it past it in time.
Hey, we should not be cautious.
All right.
No caution needed, right.
Proceed with haste, and Rhodes saddles up.
No need to be careful now.
Okay.
Anybody being careful is going to get yelled at.
So, you'll make it there in about an hour, I think, on horseback, or just normally walking. What?
Yeah.
The heck is going on? Trying to, about 12 miles. Oh no, you were back here. About 16 miles. So, a normal place about half a day. If you're going quickly, I'd say about 4 hours.
We're hoofing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with the beacon being lit, we're feeling a sense of urgency here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then, as you saddle the horses and take off for this next beacon, we are going to take a short break.
Okay.
Oh,
So, we get back into it with you're heading down the foothills into a strip of grassland that you can now, as you're making your way down these foothills, you can see a little bit closer to the border that there's a little bit of a grassland, and then it kind of transitions into what is a wet marshland before hitting the overcast, dead landscape of the Shadow of Dominus. It is like a huge, dark, overcast cloud has permanently stayed over this land that you see before you. And the land kind of buffering it from Enderos is wet and desolate itself. But not as much as what you see beyond the border. And eventually, you make it to the next beacon, where you catch
The next bacon.
a few guards just standing on top of the beacon, just keeping an eye out. And another figure in leathers and a green hood, a figure that not many of you have seen before, except for maybe Flower and Rhodes, who have spent some time in Arborus. You see an Oak Warden is here at this beacon. Basically, the military might of Arborus are the Oak Wardens, a collection of soldiers, rangers, fighters, druids, and other spellcasters alike that protect and serve Arborus itself. You are approaching from this corner, bottom left corner here. Can you guys see it? Are you able to see the map or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I can
Yep.
see it.
can
Okay.
see.
It's swirly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It is swirling.
I'll
I
just bring
only
it.
see me though. Oh,
I'll just bring it out here.
So is there like a big pyre up on top of this?
Yes,
mean-
the map doesn't have the pyre, but you see quite a large collection of logs and straw to light a quick and pretty effective bonfire. Who else am I missing here?
Leah.
And Priya, yes. There we go.
Primavera Carbonaro.
Right now it's not
Aw,
lit.
That's not my name.
Oh, sorry.
Right now it is not lit. But as you are approaching, one of the guards holds out a hand and kind of makes his way onto the precipice of this rock. Halt!
All right.
We of the Amber Guard strongly recommend that you turn back and go where you came from, or head south to Aegis.
Why?
A serious matter on the border of the Shadow of Dominus has occurred as of last night, and we are on high alert. And our orders are to send any travelers southward.
Hey,
What-
we're not travelers. We're from the Syndicate on a mission to Nestingham.
We're the backup. They need us.
One moment. And he kind of
Take your time.
He hobbles down, and what you didn't see before is an opening in the side of this hill. He kind of scrambles down the hill, and you see him disappear underneath the beacon. Short time later, another individual in the same garb as maybe a higher ranked Oak Warden steps out with the guard in tow.
As they emerge, Wake leans over to Kenyon and is like, "You get along with guards, right?"
Not particularly.
Oh, never mind.
As this individual steps out, you see a full elven man. He's built pretty lithe, but he does have some muscle to him. But he approaches you and the horses. Welcome to the Road of Beacons. You said you're here to help?
Yep.
At Nestingham.
Well, we're dispatched from Nestingham. Where are you
Okay.
coming from?
Insight check.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
is he a liar?
Natural 10 for
Okay. You
for an 18.
you notice that this guy is a no nonsense type of person.
All right,
His-
rein it in.
his passive deception is 9. So you clearly look through whatever he's trying to deceive you, which is nothing. But he kind of shoulders his longbow.
Then
So-
yeah, we're here to help.
Where are you coming from?
Arendelle?
Andale.
Andale. I added an R.
You made it sound more elvish.
Sorry, that's not my. I'm not from
It's not
around
his
here.
first language.
You see this guy doesn't even crack a smile as you joke about.
Oh,
Oh, crowd.
Funny
All right.
parties.
Well, I assume that you saw the beacon that was lit last night.
Yes.
Sorry.
We expect whatever happened to that beacon to come our way. So we're getting
that's-
prepared.
I can
That's
give
like-
you a little bit of an insight if you like.
You saw it happen?
I did. I saw the aftermath. You're dealing with about 60 wraiths.
You
I don't know when they'll
see,
strike. They'll probably
60.
strike at night.
you see, he gives like his brows furrow, and he gives a long deep inhale and exhale. If you're here to help Nessingham, please help us through the night. Maybe we can put our best foot forward and preserve the line.
Kind of cringes because she didn't want to die to wraiths today either.
What?
She looks at the rest of the party.
Are you submitting us to a maybe we'll survive to hold the line sort of situation?
60 seems like a lot, but there are not that many of us.
Yeah.
Can what? Why is it important that we hold these beacons?
We're the first line of defense.
He like looks around the hill and he says, "Doesn't look particularly defensible."
We can see out in every direction.
Oh, jeez.
And they can come in from every direction.
And there
Sure.
also aren't that many of you.
I suppose my biggest concern is the big 6-0 number. I don't really know too much about the capability of wraiths. Are they like little golfers or what? Because 60 is a lot.
Didn't we fight one of them? It was a wraith. Wasn't a wraith that thing that kept possessing Priya?
That was a
I think
ghost.
that was just a ghost.
Oh.
A wraith worse than ghosts, she asked the guy.
Weren't
Would
you
you
sent from the
rather-
syndicate?
Aye.
Well,
What do you expect me to know? Every monster in the world?
no. There's a
They're not
reputation.
from around here, I'm afraid.
No, but by all means, keep degrading your health. That's a good idea.
I don't mean to degrade you. I meant that the syndicate has a reputation for being, or for recruiting powerful adventurers
Oh,
and
well,
mercenaries.
if you don't think we're powerful, then we don't need to help you, do we? If you think that you can hold the line by yourself, then go right ahead.
I didn't say that. I'm asking for your help. I'm
Weird way
asking
of
I think he's
asking.
you.
wondering why we're not forthcoming and just saying, "Oh yes, of course we want to die today."
To be fair,
All I'm saying is that
their comrades didn't face any fairer. There were no survivors, I'm afraid.
Was it 60 at the end of the fight, or did you just see the beginning, Kenya? You said you saw the aftermath, right?
I did see the aftermath. Does she know whether or not wraiths would leave behind bodies? Like, if they fell in battle, or would they just turn into, like, clothes or some shit?
you amongst the group, you did see quite a few other like decomposing bodies, not like
skeletal-ish remains. Almost.
skeletal-ish. Yeah,
Not too far decomposed to be recent.
yeah.
While they did fight valiantly, and there were casualties on the enemy's end, I feel like they came out much more the winner.
It seems like we might be better off going through and telling people to evacuate.
Is there any way you can call for reinforcements before tonight?
None that'll get here quicker than you have.
All right.
How many of you are there?
There's 2 others in the bunker.
Again,
We're going to
60?
die.
60? There's no way. You might as well light that beacon now, then.
Can we create a pitfall trap?
Aye, we can't do that.
Are they
would
susceptible?
rather-
Do wraiths float? I don't.
I need
Please
to
someone
know more
explain
about
these
these
things.
creatures. Yes, please.
Yes.
Usually, we get a few zombies and huskers come across the line. They're dispatched pretty quickly. Very occasionally, we'll get wraiths that are a little more intelligent and have old bows that they can fire from afar.
Class.
Yep.
Did that wraith that I see look like special? Did he look like he was different than all the others?
Yeah.
I don't quite know all that is on that side, but there was one particular wraith. He looked different, and he had a very nasty looking sword with him. I fear he might be coming tonight.
All right. Can any of us mold earth?
Yeah, I can do
yes.
it.
Great. Do we know what direction they're likely to come from?
He looks behind him, and off to the east, he just points at the shadow of Dominus.
I guess that was a silly question. All right. Here's what we do. We make choke points. You, using your mold earth, will make walls along that side that we can take full cover from so that whenever they are firing the arrows, we can just duck behind them. Once they get close enough, I'll lay down a spike growth they have to push through if they're going to engage us. They're attacking us, so we can take the fight wherever we want it to be. So we make where we want the fight happen to be to our advantage and their disadvantage. But that means none of us can go out and push them. We have to let them come to us.
I don't have a problem with that.
I have
Sounds smart to
a
me.
slight problem with that.
What's
Okay.
your
Are we
problem with
not?
that, Thrun?
Are we not cutting off our own escape route?
No, we'd leave gaps for us to move through. Just have 10-foot walls at least that we can take full cover behind.
All right.
I can lay down a spike growth at the main choke point, so if they try and push us there, they'll just shred themselves to pieces. Other than that, where we have these choke points, we can just focus our fire and they'll burn themselves apart.
I can make the plants grow to slow them down if we need.
That would be perfect.
Oh yeah,
I
some
wonder
nice
if I could do
big
anything.
shrubs.
Yeah, and I can maybe cast an alarm so we know that they're coming.
An alarm behind us will be wiser, so we know if they get around.
Okay, I'm on it.
Those are rituals, right?
Yep. Well,
Nice.
the plant growth isn't, but alarm is.
Oh, right. Yeah. I meant the alarm. Okay.
Myself and my second in command can help with any plans that you might have in terms of natural magic.
What you mean? Can you place snares?
Yes.
That would help.
Also, if push comes to shove, Zarathil! And the Oak Warden just kind of shifts and moves to the edge. Set up some cordon of arrows at the choke points that they make. Also, we'll need an alarm next to the alarms that you're going to be making. And the Oak Warden nods and hops down. And just kind of like joins the just kind of silently waits for whatever plan you're going to make. And he's going to help with like traps and such.
All right.
So on this map, can we see the direction that they're likely to come from?
Yeah. So I'm going to just mark it out for you.
Yes, please.
So like this. Hold on.
Perfect.
Why?
It's beautiful.
God.
Kraken space.
My God.
I wish I could like set the settings. It's like this corner here. They'll be coming from.
Okay.
Um
How high is this hill?
it's about 20 feet to the top, and the pyre
20 feet?
reaches up higher, about another 8 feet. And it's an 8
Higher
foot
is
tall,
higher.
and it's an 8 foot tall pyre, basically.
So are we
Come on,
talking like
Rhodes.
10 feet from here to this first tier, and then like another 10 feet to the top tier. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
So Wake like gestures to Rhodes and says, "Let's go build some battlements."
All right. Get to work.
As
Wake's plan is to have like sections of wall that are 10 feet high and like maybe 20 feet wide, with 5-foot gaps in between them,
Okay.
all the way along that wall, that edge, that first tier.
Okay. Let's see here. As you, anybody else have anything that they can offer in the defense?
Thrym would be able to transmute parts of the wall into other forms of matter. So, if
Like
wanted to
stone?
turn into silver. or stone.
Silver would not be a good idea.
Why not? Bling.
That would be bling, yeah. Okay.
Isn't it super soft?
It's
I think that's
it's
gold is.
silver is
I don't know
pretty
about
soft.
silver.
Silver is pretty soft. It's not as soft as gold, but it's not. You don't want
So
your
anything
battlements
like
made of silver.
hot
It's less
and
soft
like,
than mud.
well, yes, but it's very bendable.
Maybe stone would be good,
Stone. We can go
or
stone.
iron if you can swing it.
I think iron is swingable, right? It didn't
Only
show
if you're really
on
strong.
Possible.
Foundry for some reason. Give me a second.
Would I know anything that? No, I wouldn't. I just know a little bit. I don't know anything about wraiths. I don't think. I was gonna say, is there anything that the undead hate?
Radiant
Mean
magic.
people.
Yeah, radiant.
That's it. Well, sorry, can't do that. My yeah, nothing. I thought like I don't know, like sometimes in mythology, Fae are afraid of iron because it burns them. So I was like,
Okay.
well, if there's something that the undead hate, there's nothing the undead hate except
Fire.
for fucking holy.
They hate
Fire.
dying, clearly.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
so
they
the
die
idea of
iron or
dying.
silver.
Perhaps do you have any oil? You can. I have fire. I can use that
I
Hey.
to
have a
light it.
grease spell.
I
That
think-
Well,
helps.
perfect.
Oh
That
my
would-
gosh.
That would be perfect. If we make the walls and then make a barrier of fire, perhaps that'll slow them down a bit.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
also have about a gallon of oil in the bunker.
we should set that at the bottom of each choke point.
Hmm.
If we can pour the oil there, and once they get in, we can light it in immolation.
What do I know of wraiths?
Make it a straight intelligence check.
Oh my.
Nope.
They're
It's
creepy.
eluding you right now.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
What a time for it to elude you, Thrym.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Think harder.
Simon has some thoughts, but Thrym apparently does not.
Yeah.
Well, can we get so Kenya saw them? Could we at least get a description from class about what a wraith looks like?
Okay. So Kenya, you got a good look. What you saw were basically like zombies, like super pasty, skeletally like zombies. They don't really have like a whole lot of meat left on them. They're like a cross between a zombie and
So
a skeleton.
we're picturing the dead underneath the mountain from Lord of the Rings, but less,
kind of,
but not see through.
But as you describe this, the elven man says those are husk zombies. They're a little bit faster, a little bit hardier than regular zombies.
Okay, good, because Simon was in the mode of like wraiths being ghosty things that go through walls.
That's what I
Same.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I'm mostly worried about their corporeal nature as well.
Yeah, but Thrym did not know. He's like,
Okay.
um,
Rhodes has an idea. What if we set up like a couple big boulders up there on the top, and if they start climbing the walls, we can roll it down on them.
It's a good idea. We should line them up with the choke points as well, so that, you know, if we get overwhelmed, we can just toss them.
Yeah.
all right.
So Rhodes will work on the trenches out here, wherever you want them.
Okay.
Flower also has mold earth, so she can help with that too.
Sure.
Should I draw where
Yeah.
Wake would guide the walls to be?
Yeah, definitely. Feel free to draw out whatever plans you have, or like put like little, yeah.
Flower can also cast plant growth to slow the terrain, but it's not really removable, so that might be a, like, if we get overwhelmed thing to do. But she's happy to do it in advance too.
Okay. Yeah. Kenya, you describe the special figure.
I describe his sword too, if that, because swords are special to the identity of a person. Maybe that has anything to do with it.
Yeah. It looks.
Like Pac-Man.
No. It looked like a spectral sword. Like.
I want that sword.
Like it was kind of like phasing in and out of focus a little bit.
So she couldn't like really tell if it was a real sword or not, but
yeah, but it was definitely the shape of a long sword.
okay.
And
want it.
as this entity was looking up at you, you could see like it was like half ghost, half like zombie, but it had this air of like it was the commander. Like it was
like you couldn't mistake him for anything else.
Like you could see intelligence beyond a normal zombie.
Gotcha. I relay that.
The elven man has never seen anything like it.
That's disconcerting.
A real sword? Oh.
A real sword. Ooh.
I was more or less worried about the fact that they didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about, so.
Your plan, so you're setting up boulders at the top of the beacon. What is everybody else doing?
Thrym is gonna burn 2 casts of grease. Ideally into, is it possible to do it into like buckets so that we can spread it out a bit more than just 2 big piles of grease?
He just like squeezes his beard and a whole bunch of beard oil.
Ew.
Gala.
You have to?
Yeah,
He needs
because
to
you're a
fucking
dwarf,
take a
and
bath,
that
apparently.
makes sense.
Dude,
See, the thing about
you use
grease,
such a light hand with beard oil. Jesus Christ, that sounds gross.
Not when you're a fucking dwarf. That's how
thing
they
got a lot of
extract
beard.
it. That's how you get beard oil, is from dwarves.
So the thing
gotta
about
wring 'em out.
grease is that it only lasts for a minute.
Oh yeah, I guess this isn't something you can preemptively cast.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to use it in the moment.
Fair enough. Then.
Well, that's why I asked if they had oil, and we can still use grease, but if they had,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
and-
did say they have oil, so
yeah, so we can put that
Thrym, you
out.
can cast grease. It'll just have to be at the moment.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I can still help and use grease. It'll just have to be like, oh no, they're getting too close. Please cast that so I can fucking light them up.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Light
So
'em
we have a
up,
mobile
up,
grease,
up,
and we have
light
oil
'em up, up,
set
up.
up.
Nico and I have the same brain cell.
So then, like oil in all of the openings.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd have to be like a thin. There's only a gallon of oil, and
Yeah,
it's cooking
pick
oil,
certain
so
spots.
it lights very quickly and very
Oh.
rapidly.
It does. How long does it burn? Is the question.
Not too long, but the grease will amplify it.
Okay.
In the
Ooh, I
moment.
can throw grease
It's
onto
gonna
the
smell
fire.
delicious.
Yes, you can.
boom.
So, let's see here. As you're setting these up, at the edges, so we can put. What you can do is, where are you putting the oil? Because you have also this ranger here, the oak warden, is going to be placing cordon of arrows. And that's what that does. Basically, it's a trap. It does a 30-foot cone. And it'll last for 8 hours. So he can do it now before it turns nighttime.
That's rad as hell.
So that's at your disposal. Where would you like? He can do. He would like to do 2, but he can do 3 if need be.
I think he's asking you, Simon.
Yeah.
I'm asking everybody.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
know
what?
shit about Dick.
I didn't hear it.
Well, I was thinking
These-
just like here, up here somewhere. Then
So basically,
these green marks up here are additional 5-foot walls for the archers and stuff up the wall to take cover behind.
okay.
So having the cordons behind them might be a good place.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So he's maybe gonna set up one right here, one right in the middle, and then one on the left here.
Sure.
And then once they go off, you can use the boulders.
Right.
So
What would the boulders what's the mechanic of those? I assume they just roll straight forward is kind of what I was placing them above these choke points.
yeah.
Yeah.
So cordon of arrows, one right there, and one right there.
It's like setting up for a tower defense game.
Mm-hmm.
was just thinking that.
And as soon as he does that, he is gonna take a sleep. And, he's been up all night, so he is going to try and get some spell slots back. In the meantime, anybody else contributing to the defense of this beacon?
Flower will set up alarms, like she said,
Okay.
kind of behind them in the same way that.
Where do you set up your alarms?
Where does Wake direct her to set up the alarms? Because it said behind, so I think.
So like
around here.
Yeah, literally like back here and here, so that like if they get a flank, we'll know.
Yeah, several layers, I think, of alarms. She'll ritually cast several layers of alarms, and they last 8 hours, so
Okay.
she can. I don't know how close we are to sleeping, but she'll like set those up before Like, as long as we don't get attacked
It's a-
before long
a-
rest time.
Alarm can be ritually cast,
Yep.
so you won't be able to. I mean, you can. How long of a line can you set one alarm up?
Uh, good question. um, let's see. Set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. Choose a door, window, or area within range that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. So I think this is like supposed to be for doors and stuff.
Okay.
That's typically the case, yeah.
Yeah. So
But it,
20 feet at a time.
yeah, but she'll just do over. It doesn't say any. It's not concentration. It doesn't say anything about
Yeah. No concentration.
range, area, 30 feet. So she'll just like after she's useful with mold earth, she'll run around and cast a whole bunch of alarms.
Okay.
Which I think for flower, the flavor there is it's just gonna look like lines of wildflowers.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
declare
So
a
that's
thunderbolt.
that's about an hour of alarms there. All right. Is that good enough?
Sure. I mean, there'll probably be ones on the next line up too, just in case. But yeah, that's the general idea.
So like right here.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. All right. Where are you guys going to be setting up and waiting?
You okay, Carla?
Yeah, I'm fine. What is that? What are you eating?
The dreaded question of asking a pet what they're eating.
Oops.
All right, go on.
Well,
Sorry.
I think flower has some range with her Eldritch Blast, so I feel like she'll be if like there's like a high point or something like that, she can try to be.
Trim, oh my god.
What is Thrim doing?
If there's a high point where she can like see things coming,
Oh.
that'd be a good
Fucking
place
loser.
for her to be.
I mean, up here, like,
yeah,
I would
that's kind
expect
of
so,
where
yeah.
up here. Yeah, that's kind of where I put her.
Okay.
So she can see, as long as she can like see over the walls and stuff that we made.
Okay. Thrim, you're gonna be out there. Nice. Frontliner. Hell yeah.
Trim, come back.
As is tradition.
Graham, you can't be clear out there.
Well, if
I'm
he's
gonna
using
get
his
them
guise
all.
of the golem, he can do whatever he wants.
Go ahead
Spell
and
is not that strong, Jesus Christ.
Pow pow, Echo.
go ahead and set yourselves up on the map where you guys will like to be.
Oops.
I think
Let me just
highest,
draw all over the map here. Okay.
highest
How much-
point.
How much time do we have before this thing with the setting of the alarms and all of that stuff?
Oh gosh. You work into about the mid-afternoon, just setting everything up and
I don't
getting
know how
everything
long
right.
I don't know how long it takes to brew because I keep forgetting that Flower can do this, but she's proficient in an herbalism kit, and I think that means that she can make like
Healing
even if it's not
potions?
health, yeah, healing potions. Yeah,
It's-
I imagine that the brew time is probably going to take longer than we have, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to just state for the record, like, is there a poultice that she can make? Like, is there anything that would be useful? A shot of health, something like that.
We have poisonous mushrooms as well.
Not
Yum.
not in the time you have. No.
Okay. I don't know if undead. I think the undead that we've had before are maybe not. They're usually pretty resistant to poison, but I don't know.
I don't
They
think
are
they could be
usually
poisoned at
completely
all,
immune
yeah.
to poison. Yeah.
Yeah, that probably won't work in this instance.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If
I don't have like circulatory systems anymore.
during this whole process, the elven man, you know he introduces himself as Adamar Karmarsis. And he is thankful for your help. It's pretty apparent that he was stressing about
Going to die.
yeah, But he was,
So are we.
yeah, he was
True.
relieved that you came along when you did.
Flower is still pretty suspicious of this whole thing. And she will, in fact, pull him aside and say, "So, we're doing you a favor. What are we getting in return?"
Hmm?
What?
So she's
What are we
gonna pull
getting in
the.
return?
She's pulling aside the leader,
The
the captain.
elf.
Oh, I
elf
thought you said that
that's
to
holding-
me. I was like, what?
He,
No, 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 no.
What?
He wants to know what this fucking elf is gonna give them.
I'm just hoping.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confused by your question.
We're on a quest, right? We told you that we're on a mission. You asked us, "Can you help us do this?" So, what are we getting in return for helping you do this very dangerous task that we were not contracted for?
The feeling that you have saved lives.
You can't buy dinner with that.
So you're gonna owe us a favor. Okay.
This guy was not
How
expecting us to be such dicks.
Hey,
how about you write a note to the syndicate and get them paid?
Son of a bitch.
I
0
understand that I know of the syndicate. I know what you do.
And
He's
hiring.
having a hard time of putting this into words.
So you're
He-
hiring us.
So fair enough. I understand that this wasn't your plan or duty, but I thought that the syndicate had
You keep making a lot
better
of assumptions.
morals.
You keep making a lot of assumptions about us based on
the syndicate alone.
the syndicate alone. Like, aren't mercenary groups mercenary groups? We're operating under we're doing what we're supposed to. We're operating under our contracts. You're asking us to do something else.
Do you not get paid for being a guard?
I do,
Just get spicy in here.
Yeah,
but
Priya's just like not looking anywhere in
I
specific.
I volunteered for this post, so
But you're paid
I'm
for
having
it.
a hard time of
I'm afraid you
realizing
volunteered us.
You're asking us to volunteer.
you could have said no. Could have gone
You kind
on.
of guilt tripped us, let's be honest. Listen,
All
Like
right,
baddies?
fair
I'm not
enough.
really with this group as much. You don't have to pay me. I'm getting paid elsewhere. But
You
it would
said
be nice. It would be nice. Let me finish. If perhaps you would consider that this group of people that was so kind to warn you is helping you. They need to get paid. This is their life that they might be risking for this.
all right. My apologies. I figured
I
since
insight
you
check
were
this guy. How's he feeling?
go ahead.
Do you need to know?
I
I
want
don't
to
fucking
know.
care. I don't fucking care.
I'm gonna say Rhodes is not in this
I rolled a-
conversation. She's
Yeah,
digging holes
Thrym,
still.
Thrym is also not.
Priya's just sitting on her broom watching, like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. I rolled terrible. I have no idea what he's thinking. She's just like, ugh, I'm just glad I'm not part of this conversation.
Fair enough. Payment will be supplied to you. I promise you. If we survive the night, and if things get dicey, I will make sure that you and your group have a safe transition away from this place as we light the pyre.
I and my compatriots thank you for your cooperation, for complying. As they will be well compensated, I'm sure.
Z, or he's gone. Z's gone to sleep. Never mind.
Zira says, "Ooh, money."
Yeah.
Azira would be
just
all
in
up on this
character.
as well.
Oh, for sure. She would be the first person to be like, when are we getting paid?
Yeah, this is why I'm like, man, if Zero were here, she would back me.
The
or she
bird-
She
like,
would be cute too, yeah.
The Bergmeister, he says, the Bergmeister of Nestingham will pay you. You'll
We'll
meet
speak with them then. Can I get his name?
Sullivan Crane.
Thank you.
Can I have your boss's contact information, please? I'm gonna talk
I'm
to
gonna
corporate.
call your manager.
Who has a pretty good insight, like passively?
Wake.
Wake does. I don't know if he's in this conversation.
I'm not in the conversation.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
don't want me
passive-
in that conversation.
passive
I have a
insight.
14. I'm nearby.
I have a 14 as well.
Okay. I
And he
mean,
has a 9 passive, so.
he does. He does. Hey, you see that he's a little taken aback. He's used to people being honorable and duteous and
Honorable.
We are being honorable. We're a fucking mercenary company.
But to him,
We have...
to
this
him,
isn't honorable.
He wants handouts.
to him,
Yeah.
wants
He just
handouts,
wants
is what
You
it is.
charity.
Yeah, he
you
wants
came
charity.
across to him. You came across a situation where people were in dire help and
Or in dire need.
or in
Are
dire
they?
need of help.
That is not Flower's perception of the situation.
Okay, that's fair. But
Yeah, he's seeing it one way, we're seeing it another way.
yeah,
Yeah, I remind everyone, Flower's sense of morality is very different than anyone else on this whole plane.
Inya is also chaotic neutral and was totally ready to just watch
you
them
can
all
tell
die.
that he's used to a certain type of honorable people.
Yeah.
And when he doesn't get it,
Mean.
he's kind of like,
Is it fun?
Meanwhile, you're really good at moving rocks.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
That's it.
you and I are
Yeah.
working on the walls. Like we are not in
Yeah.
that conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he's to get the boulders up there to the right. I think he's like mold earthing ground underneath it to kind of like lift it slowly up the
Yeah,
hill.
Wake's
So
just,
that's why
like,
it's taking
impressed.
so long.
Thrym is kind of like transmuting it to help it go up
Right.
easier.
Yeah, you can turn it to wood.
Turn it into cork.
Yeah, turn it into cork. Well, thank you. I've been doing it
Nice.
for a while.
Yeah, I thought this part was going to be much harder than it is.
It's kind of peaceful building stuff.
Yeah.
What do you suppose all that yelling is up there?
So
don't
all
know.
of the boys are just like, da-da-da-da-da, and all the women are just like, give us your fucking money.
And with that, Sylphia, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Oh my god. Kenya is gonna go and scout the area
okay.
now that her fucking loan
Deed's
shark
done.
has come
Getting her
out.
Mercenaries.
Here, Flower, it would be fine with.
You
like,
see,
being
Adam
okay.
Adamar is just sinks himself into preparing for a fight for the rest of the. He avoids any conversation with you guys now.
Oh.
He
That's okay.
he knows the line, and he's not going to
To cross
entertain
it.
it.
Yeah. That's okay.
We're not friends.
hmm So where are you headed, Kenya?
She's gonna skirt the border of that the forest of to the Dominus area. So
Okay,
she's gonna see if she can see if any of them
I'm
are.
gonna pick up a pizza from Domino's.
Yo.
Yeah,
you
but it's
can
actually DiGiorno.
you fly over
Oh
This one
no.
was good.
you fly over what they call the buffer marsh, and it is just pools of water and wetland. Make another history check.
Much
Well,
of
I
a
rolled an 18,
history.
but I don't know what my history is. So does that? Hold on, it's a +3, so
Okay.
21.
Somewhere in your schooling, or you heard about how this buffer marsh was created. And after the events of the throne that exploding, basically, and corrupting the land around Dominus, what the first druids of Arborus did was they flooded the land surrounding what was now becoming the Shadow of Dominus, to an attempt to slow down the corruption. So this marsh was 100% druid made, and that's what you know about it. As far as what you see, do you actually go into the Shadowlands of Dominus?
Stupid am I feeling? That's a 9. I guess I'm feeling pretty stupid. Yeah.
No.
She skirts it. She's not. She's like dangerously on that border. She might go into it every now and then.
Okay. When you dart into it, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Well, that's our bird gone.
Nah, she's got it.
That's a 16 for a 17. Am I
Okay.
dead? God?
Am I dead, God?
No.
All
As
right,
soon
good.
as you kind of cross the border into Dominus, or the Shadowlands, where the corruption ends, and you get this like hollow sinking feeling in the pit of your chest, or the pit of your stomach, sorry. It does not feel good being here. You kind of feel depressed and in despair.
And she nopes the fuck out of there at soonest convenience.
It would have been stronger had you not had the will to stave off the effects of the land below. But I need a perception check.
Okay. Oh man. That's a 14. I got a 10 and a +4.
Okay. You see no danger as of this afternoon.
Okay.
All right.
She's gonna head back.
So, does anybody else have any other things they would like to do in preparation? Or are you all set up where you're going to be if this undead incursion comes to this beacon tonight?
Is Wake down there on the ground floor?
He sure is.
Okay, I mean, if Wake's gonna be
Give me a
there,
heart attack.
then Rhodes is gonna be here.
He has to be, if you ask him.
I just don't like it.
Okay.
Thrym is also going to be focusing on turning his cannonball into wood.
Okay.
Ooh.
Second try.
And as we transition to nighttime,
Ooh, the squares really show up.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's like a neon party.
I mean, that's what it's gonna look like when Rhodes starts
Alright.
glowing.
Adamar asks, does anybody need light sources?
Oh, it'll be lit up
Wake.
well enough soon.
I have dark vision.
I'll be all right.
Yeah, I
I'm
can see
30
it.
feet up, by the way. So she would be 10 feet above the peak of the hill, but 30 feet up above the ground that the enemy is approaching from.
Okay. All right. So,
Rhodes gives Wake a thumbs up or something, makes 3 magic stones, and gets ready, just looking out into the darkness.
Wake performs a salute that is not of this plane.
What does it look like?
He puts his hand over his heart and then holds it out to him. Open hand towards him.
Rhodes looks kind of surprised and then tries to mimic it, but kind of awkwardly because he's not sure if it's appropriate for him to even do that.
Wake just smiles back.
Okay, he smiles.
Good, I didn't
Alright.
fuck up.
Yeah. Right, I'm ready.
Yarr.
Bone saw is ready.
So these are 10-foot high walls we're behind, right?
Yep.
Okay.
10 feet high, 20 feet wide, with 5-foot gaps between them.
Right. This is gap right here.
Yes.
And a gap right here. Okay. So depending on, I can clog the hole. One of them.
This is a gap as well. So there's
Right.
3 choke points.
Yes. Well, they could scale the walls, I'm sure.
Oh, maybe. Don't give him that idea.
We just turn this into.
All right,
more-
I'll shut up. I'll stop strategizing for the enemy right now.
Yeah, that's a horrible decision.
Boss is like, no, continue.
I'm always thinking about what the enemy can do to us.
Traitor.
it becomes pitch black, and the stars are the only light that you can see up in the sky. And out of the darkness, approaching the border of your dark vision, you see the first signs of your enemy approaching.
That's shit, it's very dark.
Mhm.
Oh, they're there.
I'm pretty sure these are the guys on Iron Maiden's cover art.
I don't know.
That's going to be the song that kicks in when the battle
Mhm.
starts.
That'd be pretty sick.
Iron Maiden.
Can you see a little bit better? Did it get a little brighter?
I don't know. I don't think
Not
so.
really.
Oh my god, they kind of are. Holy shit.
All right.
That's Led Zeppelin, though.
I know.
Right.
It is.
He's doing his
I
best.
couldn't think of a fucking Iron
I
Maiden
know.
song.
I don't listen to Iron Maiden that much, or Led Zeppelin, but that's a
So-
really popular Led Zeppelin song.
As you see them approaching, are you going to make the first move, or are you going to let them walk into your barriers and traps?
Oh, I didn't talk about this. I think
Wake.
Rhodes is waiting for Wake to make a decision.
Wake will say, hold until they're close, and he's going to hold an action to cast Spike Growth.
Hold.
Hold. Okay. Cool. Rhodes, well, I guess, will ready in action to huck a stone at whatever is closest.
Okay. So,
Oh, actually, no. He's just gonna fire a guiding bolt. What am I doing?
New character? Who dis?
I forgot about my
you
amazing
guys-
powers. Why am I trying to throw rocks?
Because you were used to it.
I know, right?
Flower will hold an action to, after, if something walks into the spike growth, once it gets 10 feet, she's holding an action to blast the thing 10 feet back, so as to walk through it again.
That's smart.
She combos a lot with Wig, actually.
The synergy.
Weird.
Okay then.
Bing.
They get closer. This one and this one trigger the cordon of arrows there. This one also trigger. Well, and this one.
Which one's the fire?
And this one
This-
also trigger the cordon of arrows.
The white squares are the
Yeah.
fire.
The instant this one gets here, that's where the spike growth goes.
All right, go ahead and place
Okay.
it.
So the red is the spike growths.
The red is the cordon of arrows, and also where the rolling stones can go, I believe.
Okay, because I don't see white squares. I see orange,
Is it
red,
the yellow
and green.
ones?
It's
Orange, I guess.
It's
The
underneath.
orange is where it's overlapping with the red. It's just another part of the green barrier.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's a lot of colors.
Yes.
All right.
I think that.
Squares.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like. Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
That's all spike growth.
Okay.
Love me spike growth.
Okay. So let's do the cordon of arrows.
Pew, 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 pew. Squidward? Huh.
4 damage and dex saves. I'm just gonna do 1 dex save for these two. Natural 20. So they take 2 damage. These also make a dex save. You take 3 damage. And these take a full 6. And once the cordon of arrows goes off, it is expended. Go ahead and delete them.
Are those were those already rolled for?
Yeah. Now, how long are you waiting? All right, so I need you to roll spike growth damage for 4 sections.
So 8d4, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Are these
Uh,
the
can-
same guys? These the same
Can
guys
Rhodes?
If
can
these are
Rhodes
the
make
same
his
guys
attack?
getting closer, if these are the same guys getting closer, my held action goes off and pushes him back.
Yeah.
I just rolled 2 4s, so that's 8 for
Hell
the first
yeah.
2. 4. No,
I
4 more
haven't
times.
even rolled my fucking. I have a 14 in initiative.
Are we rolling
14.
initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and roll
I have no idea.
initiative
Okay.
15.
at this point.
God damn it.
That's
Oh,
23
God.
points of
Aw.
slashing damage.
All right, it's 23 points.
Yowza.
On a
After
natural
that-
20 to Nish.
Is the
For
one
a 21.
is the one in the lead still up?
Uh,
Slashing?
yeah, it is.
If as long as what did I just roll? A 20? If a 20 hits it,
What'd you roll
it
for?
also.
Okay.
Oh, well, I had a held action.
Yeah.
So if a 20 hits it, it also takes 13 points of force damage and is blasted back 10 feet.
Actually, your Eldritch Blast completely kills it
Great.
as it slumps to the ground. Uh, okay. You see, as this one it gets bursted, you see a puff of poison emit from it in a 5-foot direction. Both Rhodes and Wake see that.
Oh hell no!
Okay. Alright. Can I shout something?
Yeah.
They spew poison when they die. Stay away.
Okay.
My initiative was a 1, by the way. It's asking me to roll it again, but it was a 1, and I should be, like, honest about that. So that's, what is her actual, it's 4. Her initiative is 4.
4. Got it.
Okay, I also rolled poopy.
Wake, what was yours?
21.
21. Okay. And I'll roll
Don't
for...
forget, Priya, you have the boots of alacrity.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use them then. Fuck.
Roll a d8. Plus 7. So
7!
15.
Hooray, 15. Thank you, Echo.
You're welcome.
Big.
Okay. Okay. As that happens, and they roll through the spike growth, we go to the top of the order. Thrym.
Okay.
Can Rhodes
Um,
get that held action in though?
Oh yes, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. I actually am just gonna chuck a stone instead of doing a guiding bolt. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cast rock.
I cast rock. It'll have an extra effect though if I actually hit. So I guess
Cast
this.
big rock?
ooh, slightly
That's an
brighter.
improvement on
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah. Sorry, I finally
And
figured it out.
See now.
I'll use an inspiration to bump that up to a nat 20.
Okay. Who are you targeting?
I
That
think,
one?
well, though they're damaged, right?
Yes.
Already? They took
Yeah.
a lot of damage. Did this guy take any damage?
A little bit from the quarter of arrows.
Okay. I'll go for this guy then too, instead, because he's closer to the spike growth.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit him with the sling. And I think that gets something from the magic stone too, right? How does that work? It's been a while.
A
Been a
d6.
Oh, a d6?
Hmm.
Okay. Here you go.
So 10, 13.
Yep. And it will need to make a strength saving throw. 14.
Okay.
If it's not dead.
Natural 20.
Damn it. Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. Next, it's your favorite Oak Warden. He is
Care if I don't
gonna.
even know the guy.
Wait, what happened to me?
Oh, sorry. You're up. My bad.
Damn.
So rude.
Grim rolled so well.
Yeah.
Hello, the one time I roll above a 5.
Yeah, it's yours. It's yours. Go ahead.
He just could not fathom. His brain blanked out the fact that Thrym was at the top because it just didn't seem
I
right.
was like, oh,
My
Thrym,
bad.
yeah. Don't worry about it.
Uh,
All right. Well, Thrym is gonna light up some fools.
all
Light
right.
up some fools.
So I'm gonna scorching ray, 2 on this guy and 1 on this guy.
Okay.
Did you hit any of the?
You
The
could
grease,
you could
the
light the
oil?
oil.
I was gonna say light the oil because I
Oh yes.
wasn't asked if I could ready a turn, and I don't. I have only have burning hands, and they are already on the fucking oil, so I'm not. I can't do it.
Ah, yeah. Which oil?
The
That
You
one.
can actually hit all three with with
Do
each
it.
one of your scorching
I'll
ray.
put 1 on the top one. I feel like the spike growth kind of has that covered, and then someone else can cover the bottom. So I'm just gonna hit the top one with 1, and then each of the zombies with 1.
Okay. 23. Since we already said that's not the zombie, 23 hits.
And then second zombie. 18,
18 hits.
and then fire.
Okay, that hits.
All right.
So this becomes fire. We'll go ahead and
I will roll 2
put a little
damage,
bit
and
of
then I
light
have to
there.
run because I have someone at the door.
Okay. 7, 7. I'm sorry, Kenya. Did you wanted a burning hands? We can go
Yeah.
ahead and go back, and then if you want a burning
I
hands.
wanted to light one of my crossbow bolts on fire with burning hands and then shoot it into the fire.
Okay, we can do
The
that.
oil.
Yeah.
Okay. But I have to ready that because burning hands is an action and so is an attack.
Yeah. I will say that you readied the burning hands, and you'll be
Okay.
able to attack on your turn.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, Adamar is going to attack twice. He is going to go for the zombies on the right. That hits, and
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
that hits as
Good
well. Good luck.
It's dangerous job.
11 and 11. All right. Two arrows fly in each of the zombies to the right, and it's Wake's turn.
He literally just went to the bathroom.
It's Zera's turn in the meantime. She is going to action create her Twilight Sanctuary. And nobody's been hurt yet, so bonus action, nothing. And she'll roll temporary hit points.
Would she move a little closer to get us in
Yeah.
radius?
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
Yeah, she'll get both. She'll move up a little bit closer.
All right.
And it'll get everybody. Okay. And she'll roll her temporary, which she gets 9. Oh, hold on.
I'm back. Am I dead?
Welcome back.
Nope.
But
Nope.
Go ahead and
I'm
take
also
your
back
turn
behind it.
now. Zara did her Twilight Sanctuary, and she's just going along with you.
So, whose turn? Mine?
Your turn, yes.
Yes. We had to skip you because you ran to the bathroom as your turn
I
started.
see. Sorry. My bad.
No worries.
Okay. Wake will run. Oh, those guys are dead. Okay. That's convenient. Wake will run right here
Uh
and cast Thunderwave.
huh. Okay.
Love it.
So I need a con save from these two.
Con save. First one was a 17. Second one was an 18.
Well, they both succeed, which is cool.
But half damage.
Uh-huh. Hold on. 6, 8, 14, halved, 7.
Okay. They are still just barely up.
It's a shame they're still standing. And Wake will run back behind the wall.
Okay. We already did Zera's turn. Rhodes.
Okay.
Roll 1d6 plus 5 for temporary, if you don't have any.
Oh, I don't have any.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So 6.
Okay.
oh, I got 6.
For temporary hit points? Not
Mhm.
not yet. On your turn, you'll roll it.
Oh, on my turn. That's right. That's right. It's on turn.
Yep.
I was like, oh shit, did I forget another roll?
Rhodes?
Okay. I realized I didn't roll the double damage for that nat 20 on this, but we did crunchy crits, right? So he would take a bunch more damage.
Oh, yes. Okay. Let's see. He dies.
Okay.
He dies.
Cool.
He's dead.
Cool. Excellent.
Never mind.
So these guys in the briar patch are still up. I think he's going to cast a Hunter's Mark on this one.
Okay.
Let me mark that off. Hunter's Mark does an extra d6 on attack. Okay, so he's going to run up to here. And we're going to make an attack just
Okay.
with Climber's Pick. Wow, that's bad.
11 hits.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a d8 plus 4 plus a d6 as well for the Hunter's Mark.
Okay. As you sink your pick into the brain of this zombie, I need you to make a con save as a burst of poison cloud.
I would say I don't have to, and the reason is my Gathered Swarm. Once on my turn, I can make one of these effects when I hit with an attack. I am moved 5 feet horizontally in the direction of my choice away. So I'm just going to go boop.
You're made for this moment.
Okay. All right.
So
then.
his stones, yeah, as he hits, the stones on his skin sort of like that are orbiting around swoop around in front of him and just kind of like push into his chest.
As a DM,
And
I'd
hop.
be cranky right now.
Hop him back.
Okay.
Don't worry, I am.
Anything else on your turn?
No, that's well. I still have a little bit of movement, so I'm gonna go back this way to kind of keep that median.
Okay. Priya.
Priya is going to fly this way, and she sees these two creeping up on Wake, so she's gonna huck a ray of frost at the one I just pinged
Okay.
for a Ain 18 to hit.
Yeah, it is.
Dinky damage 6, but their movement is slowed by 10 feet.
Okay.
2d8 and I roll fucking 6.
Perfect. Kenya.
None of them seem to be standing in fire right now.
Not
So
yet.
she's gonna hit this one. Oh, that's what I wanted!
I throw myself into the spike growth.
Yeah, she's gonna hit this one, or try to anyways, with her fire arrow.
Oh, let me
Or
delete
bolt.
that.
Okay.
Thunderwave.
What damage dice does the Burning Hands
I
deal?
think it's 1d4?
Burning Hands is 3d6.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Well, it's not my hands, so...
Go ahead and add a d6 to fire damage to whatever you roll.
Oh, okay, well...
Party.
Got a 12.
12 to hit?
Yeah.
It hits.
Oh, nice. Okay. What was the damage again? I'll just roll that and...
I believe your sneak attack is 3d6 plus your crossbow.
Oh. I wasn't hiding.
Right. Okay. So your crossbow damage plus a d6 of fire.
Alright, let me just fucking... Why is... Okay. Excuse me, can you please move? Thank you. Damage. Yuck. 6 plus...
Yeah, that's what I did.
fire.
Oh, here's more.
Spell, damage, normal. Oh, they have to roll dexterity saving throw?
No, we're adding a guaranteed like d6.
Okay, so I don't know. Math brain can't work. 9 damage.
It's okay. The damage you dealt, it's dead.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Inadvertently, you light this section of oil on fire. It is now the Oak Warden's turn. He is going to make a longbow attack. One at each of the zombies. Actually, he's gonna go for a further one too. So he's gonna hit this one with 7 damage, and the far one with 5 damage. Okay. It's the guard's turn. The Amber Guard. They have a bunch of spears that they are going to chuck. That one misses. This one.
I hit with an 11.
Yeah, that one misses as well.
What are these guys doing?
That
They
one
really
hits.
needed our help.
Yeah, that one hits.
Level 1 NPCs.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It is now Zombie's turn. This one is going to march through and take 7 damage immediately from the fire damage that you made on your burning hands. It is going to... Oh, this one was slowed as well, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
10 feet slower.
1, 5, 10, 15, 20. It still gets up to Wake. It's going to make a couple of claw attacks at you, Wake.
Go for it.
22
Do I just not
and a
see
natural
Wake is
1.
over here. Wake is over here, though.
You need to reload your screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, the 22 certainly is.
Yeah, and a natural 1.
That doesn't.
Yeah,
Weirdly.
9 points of slashing damage from a claw attack.
Okay.
This one is also gonna immediately take 7 damage.
Okay.
And it's gonna make its way up to
Hold
you
on.
as well.
Making the concentration check.
Okay.
I succeed. Go ahead.
That is a 2 to hit.
Nope.
And another 22.
Yep.
9 points of slashing damage as well.
Okay.
The bursters are dead.
I succeed on the concentration.
Okay. This one is going to filter in past the oil, and it comes up to you, Rhodes.
All
It is
right.
going to make a couple of claw attacks at you, Rhodes. 15 to hit and an 8 to hit, which I do
Nope.
not think hit.
Nope.
This zombie is going to run 35 feet.
Holy cow!
That's 80 zombie.
This one is going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares of damage
Okay.
of the spike growth.
That's 12d4. I'll just roll it
Oh,
on
he's
your
dead.
27
Holy
points of slashing
crap.
damage.
All right, 27.
That's about the damage those dice would do if you stepped on them.
Yep.
Yes, it would kill me, a commoner, instantly.
Okay, it's looking pretty bad, but it gets through the spike growth. This one is also going to run up.
But now it's standing in the fire, right?
How much do you want to
These are the
re-roll the
walls.
damage? Oh
These
yeah.
are the walls.
I can re-roll it if you want.
Yeah, re-roll it. And the fire damage, Kenya, you lit that one, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a d6.
33 points of damage.
33. Okay.
2.
2. All right. And this one took 2. All right. These guys are looking rough now. Coming through.
Woof.
But this one gets through, and he's going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Wake. The 23
So many
hits.
around you, Wake. Ah!
These things happen.
7 points of damage, and the second attack, 14 doesn't hit you.
Does not.
Okay.
Making a concentration check. Hold on. I succeed.
All right. Flower.
Okay, I'm going to. You say this one looks pretty bad, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna hex that one.
It looks like you can blow on it and it'll die.
Okay, I'll hex the other one then.
Okay.
I will. I'll hex this. I'll hex this one. That's on this side of Wake.
This one? Or
Yep.
that one? That one. Okay.
That one. But I'll hex him, and I'll hex his strength. And
Okay.
then I will Eldritch Blast to try to pick off.
Oh, I
this
marked
one.
him as dead. Sorry. Hold on.
They kind of are, technically.
Give me some
Hold on.
time. Give me some time. Okay, so we're gonna. Excellent. That definitely hits. I'm sorry, I didn't hook up the thing, but it's 20. That's a 27 to hit the one that I can blow on.
Yeah.
I bet you I'm gonna roll better damage on this one than the other one. That's 13 points of force damage.
It
I
had 2
imagine
hit
it-
points. Yeah.
Okay, great. So it's dead, and then the other one is hexed, so the thorns come out, and I think the flowers, her Eldritch Blast flowers, look like the flowers that she has on Road's head. So columbines, red columbines that are like, I think it's like it looks like a beam of red that like explodes into yellow, like those little yellow tongues on the inside.
Okay.
So that's that one, and then the other one. Oh, that's less good. I imagine 11 does not hit that one, huh?
11 hits.
11 hits. Amazing.
Their AC is 11.
Their AC is 11. Fantastic. So that's 12 points of force, and it's blasted back 8 feet, theoretically, hopefully into the spike growth, but
12
maybe
points was its hit points. It
not. Oh,
dies.
great. That's without even the
Corpse
hex.
is blown back into it.
Without
Yeah.
even the hex. Fantastic. I can
Does it
hex
blow
something
the
else.
poisonous, nasty corpses away at least?
Yeah, I'm trying to blast it back from him so he doesn't get poisoned.
This one does not burst.
Okay, great.
I remember him saying the bursters had died.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's good.
cool.
Ah.
I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna roll my d6 for my temp, and that's it.
Okay. Yes. Anybody that was in, which is everybody,
Oh, I forgot that.
roll a d6 plus 5.
I
Ooh, 11.
rolled. Aw, the opposite.
10.
Thanks.
Okay. At the top
9
of
or 8, sorry.
the order,
Hmm.
more zombies come out of the darkness.
The order to yeah.
No.
But he did say there were 60.
I
Yep.
imagine that there will be multiple waves.
This is gonna be a
I
long
would like
night.
I would like to point out that I am getting very sleepy as we are past midnight here.
Yeah.
But I can keep going for a little bit, but I don't know if I can do the whole battle if there's gonna be 60.
No, I don't think we're doing the whole battle today.
No, not tonight.
That would be insane.
Insanitary.
You see 6 more of the husk zombies come out of the darkness, and new
Oh man.
entities come out of the darkness as well.
Wow.
Spoopy.
More Iron Maiden characters.
Now I add these to the initiative. Okay. Thrym, you're up.
All right. Well, these bastards should run to the hills. And I do not have a fear of the dark. So these are Iron Maiden songs. In case anyone
Oh,
didn't catch it.
gee. Yeah, nobody
Okay.
knew.
Had no fucking clue. Sorry, homie.
Me either.
It's like, what is he on about?
Is he having a stroke?
Yeah, that's what I was concerned for a moment.
All right, we're gonna try this once and for all. Thrym is gonna try to throw his catapult cannonball onto this bastard over here. Well,
Okay.
that's nasty. And it's a DC 16 saving throw.
16 saving throw. Okay. Dex?
Mhm,
Alright, it fails.
Yes! Okay. So, Thrym, having turned his cannonball into wood, it is now a roughly 5-pound object. As he lets it go, and just before it hits, he is going to drop the transmutation, which is instant, as opposed to the actual casting of the transmutation. So it's going to turn back into a steel cannonball, or iron cannonball,
You just big brained this.
with a weight roughly 3 times more, so 15 pounds.
Okay.
How would you want to do that in
Anyone do
universe?
this?
Thursday night.
Roll the damage
Just
from the
went
spell
bowling.
and add an extra d8.
17 damage.
All right. I just did 7. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
All right. It was a good hit.
Nice. And that is Thrim's turn.
All right. Adamar is going to make a couple of longbow attacks. Both hit. And he sees that you have been surrounded, Wake. So he's gonna target this one for 13 and the one over here for 11, which kills it. The one in front of you, Wake, is still up, but it's got an arrow in its head.
Okay.
Wake, you're up.
Okay. He's got an arrow in its head, and these don't burst into poisonous danger. Okay.
Is there like a sign that they wouldn't burst?
They
Beyond the
kind of
meta
have
knowledge that they won't burst.
the bursters had like leaked out like poisonous fumes a little bit. These ones do not.
They look extra nasty. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I twirl my trident around in my hands, and
Do
it's
it.
that
Summon some fish.
Do it. Let's go.
natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
It has 8 hit points.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I deal a D8 plus 2.
Yeah, you kill it. So
Okay.
go ahead and describe how you kill it.
I bring the trident up under its chin and just fork it, and then just toss it over to the side of the wall.
Like a hay bale.
Yeah, literally just pitching hay.
Yeah.
Okay, it is dead. It is gone.
I roll my shoulders, I look back at all the other zombies that I hear approaching, and I turn into a bear.
Okay.
I can maintain concentration whilst a bear, so I do that.
Let me get your bear.
Bear!
He's barely there.
Let me
A
get my
bit of a
bearings.
tight squeeze in there.
Little bit, yeah.
It would be really funny if he actually looked like a tardigrade.
Yeah,
hate
a little water bear.
tardigrades.
Oh yes.
They're so cute.
Ugh,
and
it's
squishy.
gross!
You're
But he's
Anyway.
a water
gross.
bear.
It's
There
icky.
you go, right here. Anyway, that's where I am.
I'm gonna move Wake or like over here.
That's fair.
Okay.
me up.
Zira is going to step up a little bit. And
Step it up, Zira. I don't know why I'm aggressive. She's not even here.
She sent me
So
cake.
she's getting still everybody, but
Sent you cake.
this is going to be the indicator for, and she's going to hold her action to turn undead when they get within 30 feet.
Okay.
Anybody hurt?
Yeah, me,
Nope.
but I'm a bear, so I'm not hurt.
Okay, gotcha. So, cool beans.
He's
Rhodes.
barely hurt.
Hi.
Okay. I think Rhodes. There's nothing alive anywhere in the middle there.
No. It's,
Okay.
it's all
Pile of
dead.
corpses
There's
out
one
there.
on
Just
you
these-
right now.
Yeah, I know. It's just these two guys
He's not
here.
worried about him.
Yeah. So there's this screeching zombie trying to hit him, and he's just like kind of moving out of the way a little bit. I think he's going to see these two guys here, and he's going to look up at this boulder. And I don't know how you want to. I think it just make an attack on it because I can make my
you-
stones push it.
Okay. 30-foot line. And it's going to do 2d8 damage. Bludgeoning.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
it's
yeah,
gonna
he's
require a dex save.
Yeah. So he's just gonna kind of look up at the boulder, and he's gonna fling his arm, and the stones orbiting around him will sweep up in an energetic motion and just like tap this rock and push it straight down towards these two
It's
guys.
not just a boulder. It's a rock. Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Actually, it's a 5-foot boulder. We'll do 3d8. 3d8. This first one fails the deck save. Second one succeeds.
Okay, so 3d8.
Yep.
Roll. Oh, wait, that's now 4. Okay, 3. There.
All right. This zombie gets flattened by your boulder
Nice.
right in front of you. This one will take half the damage. But it was good. That boulder is now gone.
Okay. I think. Well, bonus action. I think he'll just run up and try to hit this guy.
Okay.
with his light hammer, which I. Oh, that's right. I have a shield now. I don't have a secondary weapon. Can I back that up? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he will just twitch Hunter's Mark with a bonus action to like this motherfucker clear out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And he will remain right where he is. I think.
Gotcha.
Well, maybe a little more towards the hole right there.
All right. Priya.
Hey, she's gonna go. Her broom has a flight speed of 50, so she's gonna go 30 feet this way.
Okay. I know what
And-
you're doing.
20 feet down. Yeah, take a wild guess.
I'll roll the deck saves. Fail for the first
Wait,
one.
what's she doing? I missed it.
Lightning bolt.
Oh, never mind. Should have known.
Silly
Pretty
Billy.
good line right there.
Is this like a
Fails.
diagonal?
Huh?
How are you? Which ones are you hitting?
Yeah. How are you doing this? Oh, all of them.
I
Okay.
placed it. Yeah, you crazy?
Wait, is
Right
it
down the
is
middle.
it too wide? Is it 10 wide?
No, it's
5
right down
foot.
the middle of the two squares.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Why couldn't I hit him?
That one fails. So all the husk zombies fail. Whites. That one succeeds. The one in the back fails.
Now I'm in a dangerous situation here, so hopefully I kill some of them.
It's possible.
Damage?
Damage, please.
Oh god, that's a lot of dice.
34.
Oh, those are pretty good rolls.
Yeah.
Bzz.
Zap.
The husk zombies are nearly evaporated. They are barely hanging
Only
on.
nearly? Oh geez, someone
Yeah.
help. Gonna gangbang me before my next turn.
This is the problem with Elapria's big moves do so much damage, but like they usually make her be like vulnerable for like half of a
Yeah,
round.
I'm always in the middle of things.
Yeah, that broom was the worst thing you could have gotten. You have too much ability. You could just put yourself in precarious positions.
All right.
Oh, okay, Mr. Wizard on the front line.
Yeah,
you,
for real.
you can't
I had a
move back.
Nope,
Is that what you're
that's
I
saying?
used all my movement.
all the
Yeah, you're on
movement.
the edge of the map. You're gonna swarmed by God knows what.
Well, save me.
I am so far away.
What's
Okay.
the opposite of a damsel in distress, but still in distress?
Anything for your
No,
bonus
that's just a
action?
damsel in distress.
man. I don't know, man. Save me has been Priya's sort of MO this time.
Save me. Yeah, I'm literally a damsel in distress.
Priya, any bonus
Damsel.
action?
I'm in distress. No, I'm saving my sorcery points for another lightning bolt.
Okay, Kenya.
It
Meg
is help me.
preference, though.
Save her.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hold on, let me see how much range I even have on this
I'm
thing.
ordering the Bukake special as we speak.
Ah, okay. You might be
Ugh.
alright. I'm gonna run over here. Bonus action hide.
Okay.
I mean, that's a that's a 10 for a 10, so it's a dirty 20.
Okay. You feel hidden.
Yeah, super safe now. And she's gonna make a pass at that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Save your stupid friend.
Does a
Have a
16
good one.
hit?
It hits.
Alright, so...
It had 3 hit points. So.
Oh, well.
Damn.
All the same. Is it advantage because I'm in stealth, or...?
It would be
Oh,
advantage, yeah.
Okay. I just like to see the numbers. Okay, so 21.
Yeah.
The bolt passes right through one ear and out the other. And it falls down.
Sick. All right.
Re-lifeless, as it were.
It is dead. All right. Anything else on your turn?
You just drew a big white line across the screen when you moved that.
I did.
Yeah, I can see it. I guess I'm the only one who can see it.
Oh,
no,
I drew that a
there.
long time ago.
That's been there. That's been there.
Oh, it only just showed up for me.
Oh shit. Okay.
Weird. Anyways, no, because I have no other actions. So that is me for this round. Thank you.
Okay. This Oak Warden is going to help you out. And
Like the story.
Rhodes, and it's gonna sink 2 arrows into the closest one. For 10 damage. And 6 damage.
Is it dead yet?
No. It's not. This guy is going to huck a spear. Try to help you out, Priya.
Appreciate it.
It hits. Let's see if it does enough damage. It does. He kills this one. It's dead.
Yes. Protect me.
Okay. This guy is gonna huck his spear. That also hits. Will I do enough damage? Just enough damage to kill this one. And this guy is also gonna huck a spear. And he misses. He misses the zombie. Right there. But that's all those. It's now the husk zombies. This one's going to come up to you, Rhodes, and make a couple of claw attacks.
Okay.
24 to hit
That'll
and
do it. Yeah.
15.
That's 24 for sure.
Okay. 8 points of slashing damage.
10 HP. Cool.
Okay. This husk zombie is going through the spike growth, so another five instances.
You know their movements are halved through the spike growth, right?
Yes, they have 35 movement speed.
Oh.
So how many?
Hold on. Halved would be 24 instances.
Okay, 8d4. That's not what I meant to write. There we go. Sorry.
Right.
18.
18.
Is he dashing though?
Yeah, he's gonna dash.
Sorry.
No, he's gonna dash. Yeah,
So 4 more?
4 more.
Spike growth is very satisfying against zombies.
Yeah,
22.
Knock 'em right in the meat grinder.
He meat crowns right there.
Yeah.
40 points of damage from running.
Me IRL.
Okay.
Only it's all in my lungs.
Okay. This one has been told to go here. That was 20, 25, 30. And this one is also going to run up. 25.
Is he squeezing through that hole?
He is trying to. Well, this one had another 5 feet, so it's going to come up here.
All right.
There we
Cool.
go. 4 rounds of attacks on you, Rhodes.
Let's go.
First one, 20. Second
Nope.
one, not going to hit. Third one, 20 as well.
Nope.
20 AC.
22 AC.
Okay, none of them hit.
Okay. Just kind of
Alright.
wiggling. The claws are just like some of them hit him, but they just kind of graze off. Like he's got his like shield up.
Flower,
You know?
you're up.
Flower doesn't love that her friend is surrounded.
Uh-huh.
So which of these looks the worst off?
This one.
This one? Okay, great. Flower's gonna hex that one. Bonus action, move her hex to that one.
Okay.
And is gonna chuck an Eldritch Blast at it. Just hits 12.
Yes.
That's not great damage. That's 7 force, and it gets pushed away.
Okay. And a necrotic?
And the hex. Four necrotic.
Just enough.
Just enough. Great. Cool. She'll Eldritch Blast this one backwards, or try to at least.
All right, go ahead and roll a hit.
Yeah, that should hit 25.
25. All right.
25 hit 10 points. 10 points of force, and it gets blasted back to here.
It slams against the wall. Go and roll a d6 extra damage.
Ooh. I love that for me.
But it goes nowhere.
5.
It just gets smacked into the wall.
5 extra points of bludgeoning.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's action, bonus action. And she's staying right where she is. She's not moving at all.
Okay.
I have to roll a con save for earlier.
She's basically...
That should do it, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that should do it.
Okay.
Flower is basically Eldritch Sniper.
Okay. It is now
She's a warlock.
the new
Yeah.
type. Priya, you will get 2 attacks.
He's so far away.
Well, that was an 11 to hit and a 7 to hit with a longbow.
Jesus. I miss.
Yep. This one back here is also going to try and hit you with a longbow attack.
Oh hell.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
16.
Those both miss as well.
Turns into bird.
Turns into Wario?
This one back here is also going to longbow at you, Thrym.
What? I'm so far back. There are so many more
It's a
interesting
long.
people.
It's a longbow attack, and you hucked a cannonball at it.
Oh yeah.
I forgot
I
about
did
that
do that,
cannonball.
didn't I?
I guess that'll piss some people
It's
off.
the consequences of my action.
Natural
Yeah.
20 on the
What do you mean?
on the second one. This first one was a 10 to hit. So you will take 14 points of piercing damage from this entity over here. And slowly, they are going to avoid the spike growth, but shift ever so slightly. This one's going to come up to you, Priya. At the end of their turn, and at the top of the turn, more undead come out of the darkness. This one. This one. Another white. Another 2 husk. Another white. And out of the darkness, Priya, you have the full view of it as it makes itself known. The entity that was special that Kenya described comes out of the darkness. And he just sits back, places his spectral sword into the ground, and watches the combat unfold.
That's cocky behavior for someone in lightning bolt distance.
Uh huh. Actually,
He wants me to do it. Oh, he
going to
wants
the
me to do
board.
it.
He's just
Oh,
gonna.
you douchebag!
He's gonna sit there.
You metagamed.
He saw it happen. It was pretty obvious. And as this guy makes himself known, I think we are going to pause the combat for tonight and resume it next session.
All right.
Good call.
All right. So, we're in for a fight. As more undead come out of the woodworks to attack the beacon. Let's go into a player vote.
A new hand touches the beacon.
A new hand touches.
I like that quest. Everyone complains about it, but I
I
get
like it.
so much money. Right? Like, you just make bank if you loot all the
Oh,
bodies.
okay.
Look
Oh
what
my
you did.
God.
So first up, let's get a vote from Echo.
Why me first? Fucking e-names. All right. Let's see. I want to give my vote to Thrym because I liked the conversation between Wake and Thrym about the leg and all the possibilities, and it was a fun aspect of the characters that Wake doesn't usually get to see. And I appreciate Thrym making that a possibility. So my vote goes to Asenji.
Okay.
Thank you.
Emily.
I really appreciated that Kenya backed Flower up in her weird Fey moral bullshit.
You mean the shakedown?
It wasn't a shakedown. It truly, like, I cannot express enough how much Flower would have been fine being out of favor. Like, she does not actually care about money. She just wants to know that, like, they're a powerful group being told that, like, they are being used as a resource. She wants to know that they have a resource in return. I don't know if that's always coming across in her play, but that is how I mean for those things
I
to
think
go.
it's coming across in her play. I just don't think everybody understands her perspective of deals and things like that, where a favor is fine. Like all he
Maybe,
heard
I
was
mean,
"give
I
me
don't
money."
think I don't think all the NPCs do. I think she's
Yeah,
been pretty
exactly.
clear with the rest of the party.
No, the party gets it. I guarantee the NPCs are like, ah.
Yeah, whatever. But like that's why it's useful. That's why it's useful for her to have backup when she does this shit, so it doesn't look like she's just being some asshole. And so I really appreciated the backup from Kenya and being like, "Hey, we're a mercenary company. You asked us to do mercenary work, and we're literally working for a syndicate that hires us to do this shit. So like, you could help us out." I
Mhm.
appreciated that a lot.
All
You can't
right.
see it, but I am smiling.
I also appreciate like Flower can be bossy in this way, and I feel like Kenya was like Flower, Kenya, and Zira. I think are bossy in different ways in this way, and that is a fun thing to see that I appreciate a lot.
All right. Asenji.
Ooh, many great moments. I am. I'm gonna give honorable mention to Kenya for not being a bird when being thrown treats.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That
I
was
forgot about
I
that.
wasn't
really, really
expecting it. I was like, I'm just gonna toss it to this bird, and you're like, no, I'm a person, but also catch them.
but I have to give it in the end to Echo because I really enjoyed that conversation as well, and just seeing his perspective as well on the differences in like how the port of gems would be gaudy and over the top, um, whereas it's obviously very very beautiful to vast majority of people, but to him it's just kind of like weird. I really
Thank you.
appreciate that aspect.
Thank you.
All right. Gannon.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to Emily for the conversation with Rhodes and Flower. But for one particular, see, you asked whether his dad taking his stones was related to his power, or his dad was doing it so he didn't get power. And I was just talking to class about this like earlier in the week, and it was crazy that you brought it up, and it was yeah, I don't know.
Aw,
It's
I
kind
love
of your
that.
yeah. So yeah, I want to give it to you for that. Crazy, intuitive.
Flower insists that she is very smart.
Yeah.
Perfect. Kala.
Um, I have actually two honorable mentions. One definitely goes to Wake for playing off the I don't understand this language. What does that word mean? Kind of thing. I really liked that.
Thank you.
And the other honorable mention goes to Emily. For that Fabe stuff that she was talking about, I really liked her putting her foot down and, just not taking shit.
Thank you.
But
I
my
was just eating
vote
popcorn the whole time.
goes to Rhodes because of the conversation between him and Flower. I just thought it was really fucking cute. It was funny.
Thanks. I
All
enjoyed
right.
it too.
Ben.
I want to give it to Rhodes because I really like how the flavor that he describes his features and his spells, like, and the really badass moment where it's like, okay, well, this thing's gonna burst in your face, and he was like, actually no, because of this specific nuanced thing
That's
about
pretty funny.
The
my
second
character
he
in class.
said,
The
yeah,
D.
the second he said they exploded, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
But like a lot of people, like especially at higher levels, like so many features come into play and so many little details can get easily forgotten. But
I
you're
got
always seem to be like always thinking about how you can tie these things into your character, and I like that.
That's the whole thing. I gave myself a bunch of weird abilities just so I could play around with them.
It worked.
I literally
Yeah.
got actually, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Actually,
actually,
I moved myself 5 feet back, so eat shit.
oh, I wanted to say, Echo, I really liked your description of the pedestal and the coral and all that for
Uh-huh.
Dolok. I was spellbound.
Yeah, it was
Thank
cool
you.
getting
Yeah.
more information on this strange place
Yeah.
that no one else has been to.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Thank you,
Well,
Pen.
Yeah.
Shit.
From Kenya, Wake, Flower, Roads.
Yep. Looks like Rhodes gets the
Roads.
Oh,
vote of
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
inspiration.
everybody.
And now you
You
know the
did
name.
it.
Now you know the name of what you're facing.
oh, do we? I missed it.
Sword Wraith Commander.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a name.
Yeah, it's not
Title at
Charles.
SWC.
Flower
We're
objects
fighting.
strenuously that is not a name.
Swick. His name is Swick.
Swick.
Also, that picture is a lady.
John Swick.
Is it?
It is
Yes.
a lady.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
never mind. I panned
she
down.
she have boobies.
She have bubbies.
Also, arguably not a sword wraith.
It's really
You know, maybe she
really
identifies as
funny to
male.
me
I'm not
that
gonna.
the gay man noticed that it was a female.
Yeah.
Oh. It's just
I look at every single
it's
thing
the D&D Beyond art that comes with
You don't
have
have to justify yourself,
Yeah.
class.
It
Gosh,
We're still gonna
identifies
make fun of you
as a
for
Thank
it.
sword
you.
wielder.
It's true.
It's
No, it's a good picture. Yeah, you also said it was sword wheel. That's an axe.
I wanted to say that when it showed up. I was like, that's not a sword.
Thanks
Do you-
for
do you-
running, class.
I'm trying
I
my best.
get- I get the
do
idea.
you have
I get the
a
idea.
picture of
It's
the
good.
sword in mind,
It's good.
or what do you have in mind?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't. I just
Is it
tried
like
to
a
describe
basic
it.
sword?
I liked the description.
It's like a little bit like serrated almost. Like a serrated spectral longsword. Basically if it gets hooked or stuck in you, it damages as it comes back out. Like that kind of serration.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, thanks for playing with me, guys. I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see what happens further as this combat wages on. And yeah, until next week.
Yeah. How many did we kill?